Okay, we left off at a very interesting part yesterday. I am very excited to see what happens next because apparently the entire group is splitting up. So let's see what happens. In Chapter 20, The Ambush. Frosthaven Notice Board. Warning, there have been several sightings of unknown hooded figures near the mountains and adventurer disappearances have increased. Beware, there has been a massive increase in roaming undead in the past week. Do not leave town alone or in small groups, and always be well armed. Danger! The crazed lunatic is on the loose, killing indiscriminately. Keep doors locked and report any suspicious individuals to the Frostfires. Celebration. Don't miss the annual Snowman Festival. There'll be food, drinks, and music to celebrate another peaceful year of our wonderful town. I find those little messages in between chapters are really good for world building. Mom, what's the status of the Seahawk 2 now? By some miracle she'll live. The crash landing did a number on the engine, so it's a little slower than usual. Well, not little, like quarter speed. I suppose it's still working is good enough news, though our exit plan just got a whole lot harder. And another thing, how's Lindros holding up? I've been busy all night with the ship and I can't find time. Still brooding. He feels guilty for the Seahawk splitting up, even though it was inevitable. I'll have to talk him out of that after I fixed out our front propeller. Got to dash, way too much to fix. Hey dear. Dune, do you see anything? Unfortunately, yes. I've sighted the Prince's forces 3 days from Frosthaven. They've caught wind of our excursion. 3 days? Are you sure? How many? It looks like Prince Jeziel brought his entire force. Knights, wyverns, Pegasi, the whole lot. And I do mean the whole lot. It's as many as what was at Yulunzar. How audacious. Does he not fear his home territory being invaded? Our chances in the war depended on the Archsage. That's the correct priority. And with the Guild weakened, they cannot stage an invasion so soon. Seahawk 2 at a normal status would let us just fly past them. But with it stuck at marching speed, we make it to Frosthaven before them, but they'll run us down on the open ground before we can escape into Johnsbury. If a confrontation is inevitable, we want to have it in the most favorable position possible, whereas an ambush less expected than an ally's home. A sound strategy given that they'd be exhausted from their forced march. I'm sure sneaking us into Frosthaven is no issue for the good boss, right? You're really demanding more and more out of me. We're such stalwart allies after all. I can get you in, but expect no assistance from Frosthaven's garrison. I can only exert command over my men to the point where they don't want to depose me. That's about as much as expected. We'll march for Frosthaven. I conversed with a few lowlives, but I was forced to break their limbs when they showed disrespect. They keep running off screaming, didn't get anything. They really starved for talent? I had a pleasant talk with the local guards, and they report Nari and her group never returned from the tower, though they were expected days ago. Perhaps they had to spend the time preparing for the next batch of golems. No, that is naive optimism. The Seahawks must have caught them flat-footed. Our troops cannot march any further, they must rest. Very well, you're all dismissed. We shall rest here and march for the tower tomorrow. Yes, your highness. The Gerdas wait. Are you really in healthy condition? Why do you ask? I've never felt more full of life. Just a month ago, the healers were telling you'd never walk, much less fight again. If by whatever miracle you're fit enough to march with our best. I'm not sure what the concern is. I'm perfectly fine. Is there anything else to this? Miracles like this don't happen. You overthink this. The heroes were simply mistaken, nothing more. Of all my sworn brothers that followed me into exile, you are the last. When you were carried away on a stretcher, I truly feared I'd lost my last friend. We're not young anymore. Don't take risks like you did at Yulunzar. Your concern moves me. Worry not. I'll be sure to stay with the reserves at the Floret. There's no one else I'd rather trust with her more. Very well. Have a good rest. Should you not rest too? A leader must never rest. Edge. You really have no idea we're here. I told you the best way is into the hide. Master of stealth, remember? Somehow you've lived up to that. Now why would they bring a child on this march? Is that the granddaughter? Yes, that is indeed Princess Floret. Don't tell me. To bring her with him on this, I can only assume she's of the utmost importance to Jeziel. Is it true, Nari? I overheard them talk. It was really sappy stuff. I'm doing this all for you and whatnot. Oh, Ellis. If we seize her, Prince Jeziel will have no choice but to accede to our demands. I'd support any plan that involves less chances of me getting run over by a wyvern. But really agreeing to kidnapping a child? Does that not feel beneath our dignity? Think of it this way, Oriana, I thought you left. Like, why are we having this conversation? Think of it this way, we're minimizing bloodshed while guaranteeing our safety. Besides, we're not surely out to harm her. Not that Jeziel knows that. There's no better opportunity to strike, given so many of her guards are just fast asleep in the streets. Until we start taking up heads, that'll wake them up fast. Imagine waking up to an axe in your head. Wouldn't wish that as a way to go. You suddenly discovered a knight's chivalry? No, just reflecting that I'd never be caught unaware. This is distasteful, but if it will get us home safely. The child kidnapping or killing your foes in their sleep? Let's just get this over with. Bloodbane's contacts are here for us to extract. We have time, that is. Bloodbane's contacts. I don't remember what quest that is. So we still have everybody, it looks like. Like, nobody's left yet. Also, I don't know who I want to bring. I'm thinking I'm still going to stick with the same team I've been using here. So, sorry, Caligoo. You are a future playthrough, I guess. I said, too many goddamn units. But apparently that problem is going to solve itself before too much longer, so... making sure there's like nothing I need to swap in. Where's the... there it is. Oh, that's good against monsters, though. There's, like, no monsters on this map. We'll bring the Mind Crush, then. Check in. So Xavier sent me some messages this morning showing me that there's apparently some screenshots coming out of the... like, they haven't confirmed the date yet, but the update for this game is coming closer. And they've apparently teased that there's going to be a new chicken that you can recruit, too. So I'm like, all right, more chimkin. Let's go. Wait, you don't have the contraption anymore. Who has that? Oh, you have that now. So wait, Raylan's just been fucking freeballing it out here with her own fucking, with her own res. That's interesting. Why do you only have +2 res on this, though? And -4 defense. I'm confused. Oh, that's why. It's because of that. Yeah, apparently that one's gonna be an archer. So pretty soon, we're gonna be... no, we're doing the preps for the first chapter. Apparently we're kidnapping a child. What do I need to know about this chapter there, Xavier? Oh, so is the big man himself on this map somewhere? No, but there's Slaughter, but I don't care about Slaughter. Slaughter doesn't intimidate me or make me rage. Where is that motherfucker that needs to die? Where are you, son of a bitch? You're out here somewhere, aren't you? Why are you holding a person? Well, apparently not, considering you're fucking penalized. Oh, you know, you're penalized at the S because you have Plucker's Gift. We're apparently kidnapping a child today. There you are. You are my goal. I'm killing your ass. Person he's holding is the child. Kidnap him, or kill him, kidnap her, and run. Gotcha. Alright, so. I want Vet on this side because Vet is going to be my assassin for that boss. Oh, wait, no, I guess no. There's a ballista over here. Is there a ballista on this side? Because if not, I'll switch out for Yosef. If there's no ballista on this side. Nope, there is. Okay, we're good. Wisp. Karina, you can lead the charge. Take Chalice with you. And Calcium. No, we are straight up just kidnapping a child. And Joyful Joe for heavy hitting and tanking if need be. I know, right? The new chicken? I want. It's so cute. It's a small baby chicken. Is there anything I need to bring for this mission specifically? Yeah, there's a new chicken in the update coming. Xavier was showing me some screenshots this morning. And apparently, there's no date yet, but it is still being worked on, which is good. The update said something. What do the updates say? Basically done. I'm doing this to do some polls. Polls are things like new ideas for the guide, like should I say chapter of this mission happens and things like very small to this point. Dare I say give it a week or two and it's out. Yo! I might not even be done this by the time the update's ready to go. Like, but I can still be working on this playthrough when the update comes out, which means we'll have to... We're under attack! Ah! What's happening? Is that the bad guys? Glad to come with me, I'll take you to safety. But your legs still aren't really... You're injured from... We must go, I can't allow any harm to come to you. We were supposed to be safe here. Our compensation isn't worth dying for. Let's dash! Maybe I was supposed to get more in position before I did that. Harpoon, do I? His item has Plucker's Gift, yeah. Which I thought was weird, because I thought that was just like a player item. Is he gonna like try to leg it out of here, or? I see. Wait, they were talking about his miraculous recovery. Oh my god, is that the answer? Is that why? He made a deal with the chicken gods? Oh, that's so clever, because we already seen that as established in the canon, so... This game is really smart. Oh, she's capped speed. Smashy, smashy. Yeah, this is Star Ocean, isn't it? This is more Star Ocean 3 music. Six against 2, but I do have Sanctuary. Wait, what, did you change this one? This wasn't like something else added in? Oh, you mean like from like, when you say you took it, you mean from the FE hack, okay. Oh, what? You can't, I thought maybe you'd be able to do that. Because you had a bow. That's actually one of the things I was hoping for. Yeah, Yvette really is kind of MVP status based on the fact that she's like the only one I have that can use ballistas. You're asleep, so you don't count. If the breaking point doesn't do effective damage? Yeah, you're right. No, they totally do say that when they need to. So that just means it's that strong of a fucking bow with Yvette's insane strength. How are you doing on stats? Still nothing capped, surprisingly enough. I can actually push you up just because it doesn't matter at that point. Who really knows? Just you, right? Yeah, and since you're asleep, it doesn't matter. Get him, John. Get him, John! It's 0 damage. Wake up! Wake up, it's the bloody Seahawks, it is. Aw. Really? He's a wisp this time. Someone guessed that. Somebody did guess what he would turn into next. It was a wisp. Vengeance, retribution, punishment, justice. Still not the last time! Also, I'm just now noticing that my objective is literally kidnap child. Or if I can bring this thing down to 40, we'll be in a good spot. That'll work. Hey, and he dodged. Give me your goodies! Really wish that they would make a little trailer for their face being like, more quests, more units, more Blaine, somehow. Dare to dream, man, dare to dream. I already have that skill. Let's see, that one. That we can use. It's 1 HP, doesn't matter. Oh, so the big armored dudes aren't really a problem, it's just killing everything else that is. Yeah, even with the stat reduction on that I took from that skill ability, my Ellery is still very powerful, I'm noticing. Fucking Castlevania ghoul-looking ass motherfucker. Also, I just now realized those things are called loot wagons. Hey, Magnus. Why is it just love my voice more when I hear it in videos? Vanity in You, the Serenity story. I gotta swap one of these out. Let's see. Give me a free staff. No, I'm just teasing. I mean, I do these fucking streams every single day, man. You think I can fucking call someone else vain? Stay put for a second while we deal with your bullshit. Timer out for lying. Going to stop being so fucking negative on yourself. People love you, accept it. If I'm not allowed to be self-depreciating, neither are you. I do like the logic of people can love me, I just own up that I'm ugly, nothing wrong with that. Spoken like a true god, right? $46. There we go, it's 48. Yay for the Spirit Slayer being very minusculely more powerful than the other sword. And I mean like incredibly minusculely. It was 1 point of damage more than I needed. Miranda's kicking around, so she definitely has also seen your face. ACL has only 6. And I think I'd rather have her go this way. Or, I don't know. I don't want her to be the target, is my point. Yeah, come and get it, Blaine. You haven't fucking had enough yet. That guy's getting away. I should have brought a free staff for him. Like, let's be real. He ain't getting fucking far, but like, he is slowly getting away. I will say, at the very least, the Iron Realm is actually putting up a fight now. They weren't doing that for a while because like their units were all pretty shit. Okay, I just need you to weaken this a bit so she can finish it off. Perfect. Thanks, Calcium. A lot of health. I'm going for that ballista this turn. This coming up turn, I should say. I would still really like to get you over there if possible, though. Sure, why not? Yeah, it's like Christmas, a gift on Christmas that you don't want, but you have to take anyway. I don't know if that's true. Are you a baron? Yeah, you're a caster, whatever. Thank you for the Sega ASMR. Yeah, I know I need to get to the house to free them. I'm clearing the path before I do that. I remember you said that. Yes, slasher! My favorite is Deshuda. Well, I have to keep that, considering she has like fucking 60-something health, 69 health. So her attack will always be better, since she'll always be attacking at full health. There way I can lock that ability onto her? Christ. Did I grab the merchants? They could be a liability. That's a good point. Let's not grab the merchants yet. Ah! Oh, look at that. Karina did not one-shot this guy. I ran out of dragon breath. Oh my god, they doubled her! You are so lucky I didn't switch to the barrier spear. It's okay, you're fucking dead this turn, so it doesn't really matter. Hey, sit. Good boy. Oh, right. Hee. This sword I've been carting around for a while. Take that. any of you have magic? No? Do you take extra damage from the rapier? No? So really what you're telling me is it doesn't fucking matter what I do down here because none of these are hurting you. Oh, that is clever. Little puns. Sneeze. I don't, like, bro, do you have enough resistance? Oh, right, you don't have the thing. I would have to push you if that was the case. Do I have the means to do that? I think I have the means to do that and still kill some stuff. All right, tell you what, Vermilion, you push, and next turn I'll let you get a kill. How's that sound? That's 14 magic, which would be 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, that wouldn't be enough. Okay, tell you what. You can wait and take the hit on your turn. I just started paying attention. Why the hell is the objective kidnap child? Because we are kidnapping a child. I didn't especially think that was a fucking hard objective to grasp. Another question. Why? Political leverage, mostly. We're fighting a war, and we'd rather it end with less than bad qualities. Why is there just a random unpromoted mage over here? Okay, well, you are never killing me, so I can just do this. Need to make sure I can kill you in one hit. Bang down. Look, I know the objective is saying kidnap child, and that should be the priority, but for me, the real priority is killing the guy in the top left over here, because I don't like him. Eh. All right, there we go. Which guy? The guy in the top left? Secundus. No, as far as I know, Tower doesn't even know what we're doing right now. But I'm not sure what, like, when I thought we were supposed to be splitting up from Tower and Oriana, but they're still technically here. So I'm a little confused by that. Yeah. Again, as soon as I saw his name, I'm like, well, somebody watched fucking Stardust. Because all of the princes in that, are named after, like, the order that they were born in. Like Secundus, Tertius, Quintus, stuff like that, you know? Oh, that's adorable. You do 8 hull damage to my mage. And take 37 in counterattack. You don't even double. As long as no mages appear down there, I'm pretty sure Joyful Joe has the entire bottom left covered. As reinforcements spawn in. Like, there's nothing that's really stopping him. It, down there. Dragging these nuts! Alright, now the question becomes... I cannot pop it in 1, but I can pop it in 2. Die at a fair distance. I don't want your filthy blood staining my cape. How ironic that I'm hitting you with a ballista! Oh, fuck? Alright, Cherish does that. Never mind. You're going like, holy crap, I could just kill him! Oh, right, that's why I can do that. Fairest distance possible. He does not get doubled if I do it that way. Old soldier fears nothing. But that thing, it terrifies me. She seems to actually be becoming more unhinged. Truth be told. Second chance only brings me so far. You're like a child. Yoink. Two are like especially tanky, and I'm not having it. Yes, let's grab the merchants now. Bloodbane could afford to send the Seahawks themselves. We're saved. Screw this frozen hellscape of a city. Yeah, because you're going to be running to the bottom, right? Or do you go to the right? Also, what the fuck? Alright, something's weird's going on over here. There's a weird ley line on that door. I'm sending Wisp over there. That's strange. Sword, shine, and axe. So if I take you out, that pretty much just fixes that equation right there. Alright. We don't really have, like, weirdly enough, I have, like, a bunch of glass cannons over here. I was trying to crit so I could see the funny number go big. Hey, potato. Oh, neat. The shop sells a staff called the Skin Slicer. Neat. You know, I kind of have regrets about doing this now. That is a lot of enemies that John has to now kill. I can't remember with Kanto. No, I don't have Kanto Plus. Never mind. I was like, if Kanto Plus, I can rescue and then run away, right? With Kanto, you can't, right? I have an idea. There. We have to kill that one, but then Yosef has to tank everything with 6 defense. Shit tons of luck, though. No, it's not attack. I'm wondering if you can rescue then run. Kanto lets you rescue and run? Oh, okay, perfect. There we go, saved it. Unfortunately, my chicken is too light to deal with that, but that's fine. Alright, Calcium, you are in charge of babysitting now. Blaine, I seriously do not know how many more times I have to fucking teach you this lesson, or how many more times I'm gonna want to teach you this lesson. You suck. Okay, so he is gonna try and escape from the top left. I don't actually know if you can kill that, but I do have an idea. I think it depends on the unit. The chicken's promoted twice, and I don't think it's done yet. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to have happen. Smashy, smashy. Man, I just sent his ass to the Shadow Realm. Alright, I think Ellery definitely deserves to take this kill. Okay. But I am gonna do this because fuck you. Don't worry about it, we're just kidnapping a child, it's fine. It's fine. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, we need to reposition before we strike back. Does Iron Wave defend me against this? I only takes like fucking 10 damage. Fuck you. Exactly, and considering kidnapping the child was her idea, I don't think she's going to persecute me for it. I was just I learned it from you! Yeah, she's pretty unhinged. That's not wrong. That's very factual. Send Secundus down, I want to kick his ass. You, the leader of these putrid peons, how dare you raise your stick against your betters? My entire life, people have shown me disdain for my birth. Lords, ladies, administrators, scholars, but you? Some unwashed attack dog of a failure of a prince? The very edge of civilization dare look down upon me? As if your blood isn't worth less than the dirt it's spilled on? This insult is far too great for your death to cleanse. I would fashion your skull into a wine cup, but there might be too much bone. Huh? Wait, he was too stupid to get, he was being insulted! Okay, well, we got the dialogue. Now I can murder him with whoever I want. Although I did want to kill him with Ellery, but that's fine. You can't hurt me, Jack! Blah. Huh. Now that's a bit of a problem. Okay, Go up to a child, craven scum. 1,000 deaths isn't enough for this transgression. What would be? Because I need to get my chicken out of there. Alright, so that's fine. You don't hurt me much. That could be concerning. They might actually be able to bring me down. But here's the thing. How the fuck do I get you out of here? I would need 3 pushes, and you need to be dead. Because Ellery's got a hell of a lot more magic than you have. How do I do this? The reposition log could really help. Yeah, I just need this fucker to die first. Calcium, you want this? He's in my way. But I'm Sir Secundus, the Sacred Spear, captain of the 2nd Battalion of the Glade Gallants, slayer of... Yeah, I'm so glad you're dead. Trust me, load off my fucking mind. That is a very good point. Over here, you. Check the stats of the Iron Prince? I will. I just was worried about getting Joyful Joe out of there. Alright, so, Jeziel. The failed claimant of years past who tried to hold on to his former status, age has not tempered his arrogance. Big armor. He has a lot of stuff, including this. One of a set of 8 blades. 8 speed, defense, and res. Jesus. Whoa! The fuck? We're not supposed to kill him, are we? How did that guard scratch him is what I want to know. Do you not count as flying? Oh, wait. No, he's got more health than me. I don't get my my proc off of that. Shit. Yikes. You are actually scary. Oh, never mind. You have no res. We're fine. Eat a dick, sir. Honestly, I would like to know what force on Earth is bringing Blaine back repeatedly. No, the Cyclops' rock has Gale Force. The Cyclops himself does not have Gale Force. Hi. John. Wait, can I promote John now? Now that she's level 20? Possibly hit you over there. Oh, you, what the fuck is a Titan bow? Jesus. I knew it. I knew there'd be something there. Oh, yeah, that would have worked. I was sitting there going like, I know there's an answer to this problem, but I can't see it. But that's fine. Yeah, that would have worked. I do find it weird that pitchforks, of all things, are the uncounterable spear weapon. It's okay, they're all fucking off over there anyway. Oh, right, I should have promoted. I'll do it next turn. There's not going to be any enemies left to kill on this side of the map this turn, so I may as well do it then. Hey, Master. Yeah, my mutate rolled extremely good. And broken. And good. Dixon, you want to get some fucking speed, please? Thank you. Get those merchants. Finally, Bloodbane sends someone. I want out of this miserable place. I've been freezing my ass off out here. Why did they send a chicken? Don't worry about it. Okay, you got a lot of move. That's what's concerning to me. You ballista. You broke, she did. Okay, if nothing else, we need to make sure that you get out of here. Princess kidnapped. Let's all get moving. First, I thought the game was going to end there, and I was getting very concerned. Wait, you only have swords, right? Oh no, you've got the slasher though. Then again, you're never gonna hit me, so fuck you anyway. Stay. I'll deal with you after your cronies are dead. It occurs to me the Berserker might actually still be in range, so I don't want to deal with that. Okay, no, I would actually be fine with that. Well, I need to buy at least one of those. Just to fuck around with it. Having an extra fighter over here is probably not a bad idea. Okay, so how'd you do this? Use the ley line, visit, and then Kanto. Blood splattered over the floor, the walls and dripping from the ceilings. What you assumed was a corpse emerges from a pile of ripped flesh. The sword! The sword made me do it! The thing croaks, reaching towards you. Its features horribly mutilated, blood leaking from its many wounds. It dies before it can reach you, so you pry the shiny sword from its grasp. Nice. Fancy stabber. I honestly cannot tell what I'm gonna need to have. Yeah, but we already have one of those. So it's like, it's good, but it's like circumstantially good. Calcium could use it, yeah. Excuse the fuck out of you, sir. How's it going? That one's too greedy even for me. He can't move. I'll just keep freezing his ass. We've already established it works. It worked last turn. Can you reach that? No, you can't. Okay, that's fine. I had a backup plan in case you couldn't reach that. You're gonna start buffing. Is Mind Crush just Time's ability, whatever, in a book? Man, that 48 res is really doing you a whole hell of a lot of good, isn't it? I... Wisp just fucking whips around the corner out of fucking nowhere. So at the moment I cannot scratch you, but there's solutions for that. Where's my chicken? Oh yeah, that's right, you can fly now. Why is it still saying that you have the Badu equipped? That's not yours. Holy shit! Oh, yeah, of course. Just become a civilian. From a civilian. Makes perfect sense. I low-key wish that's what she turned into was civilian with sarcastic air quotes. Actually, if I can somehow do any damage, John can probably murder that. You're coming with me, I have an idea. Child soldier, there's nothing I like better than culling the weak. You're supposed to be a knight? You should be paralyzed by fear, not talking back. Really trying your best not to make me feel good about killing you, huh? I didn't expect her to have dialogue, but I'm okay with that. Fuck this guy too. My blood? Mine? Still red, no different than anyone else's. Yep, no blue blood there. Mobility is just a state of mind. Sounds good, Serenity. Okay, so how we want to do this? Well, first we need to freeze him again, just to make sure. If nothing else, that needs to happen every turn. Yes, I did. I got every single crate. It did not give me the best reward. It gave me 15,000, which is not an insurmountable amount. It's not. It's a good amount, but it still could have been better. Okay, so his sword is 3 range. No? Is it not? Oh, that wasn't my 3 range spell. I'm an idiot. Do I not have my 3 range spell? I don't have it on me. That's what the problem is. I see. Dare to harm my granddaughter. 1,000 deaths isn't enough for you. tears through just into one, but let ACL die. I mean, it would work, but no, I don't want to do that. Alright, back to this. Oh, you can't actually reach that. Well, that sucks. I should have gone for the hit and crit on Buddy Boy over there. That was a bad level up. Game on you. Yeah, the wood hasn't made it over there yet. We're getting there. Oh, wow. Literally can't hurt it with that. Okay. Okay. Like I said, I got a plan. I really only just need to get my fucking zombie over here. There we go. I win. As long as she can land a hit, I win this turn. Because I have 1 more HP than he has. So that means my attack is maximum. And I will crit because I have more HP than him. Or, no, it's because he's not at full HP. Something like that. Yeah, boost attack to 99. Guaranteed crit. Half his defense and res. Give him less avoid. I have literally inadvertently built the ultimate boss killing machine without even trying. And that was my backup plan in case I didn't, in case I failed to do that. Is there any other, like, secrets or houses I might have missed on this map? Like this shop, which we went to, the houses over there, which aren't open, that shop, which we went to, that house, which we got. No, I think it's just this asshole. Damn. That is a big boom. Even through my barrier lance. Excellent level, Karina. Oh, that's why. It's ×3 might versus melee. Alright, let's see if this works. I just need one thing. I am disgusting. And you don't have any abilities that make you go first in combat, right? Nope. Hey, asshole. Night, night. How could I have been brought low by mere adventurers in the middle of my army? What army? Beat Prince Jeziel himself while surrounded by his full... What? Army! What a victory. And they actually made it end the map for you too, which is a nice touch. A pleasure meeting you for the first time, not surrounded by angry men. I was promised Florette's return for my leniency. What leniency? Where is she? Just across the hill, ready to return upon our departure. Can't have you renege on your non-aggression while I'm here. You receive no honor from your underhanded tactics. The Iron Realms never wronged you, yet you attacked us unprovoked. Rende must fight for your knight's insult. Must fight for your knight's insults and the right the wrong dealt to Orin. Don't play these games with me. You would not have the opportunity to take over if not for my actions. You're right. Thank you. I really appreciate your effort. Snake. If our deal is sealed, why else did you need this meeting? Even with the guild weakened by your unfortunate siege attempt, they'll repair any damage quickly with the help of sponsors from the mainland. Your lands will need my aid if you are to survive their retaliation. I do not desire the guild dominating the eastern coast. So you slay my sworn brother, butcher my men, kidnap my granddaughter, and now you ask for an alliance? That does appear to be the case. Don't let the past influence your decisions in the present. You think I have so little pride? Think again. As long as I live, the guild will never breach our borders. Don't you have long to live? That doesn't seem like a proper sentence. Don't you have long to live? There will soon be a day you'll reconsider. Grandfather! You're all safe now, no need for fear. I wasn't afraid. Those barbaric adventurers wouldn't have dared harm a hair on my head. I knew my granddaughter would be brave. The old knight, where is he? I fell and didn't see. But he was really brave. Who do you mean? Grandfather, how are you so forgetful? I'm talking about Sir Sigurides. You must be confused. The good man tragically fell in battle at Yalunzar. Can't be right, but Huh? The day's experience must have taken its toll. Let us return home, then you can rest. Yeah. Time, gold, reputation, favor spent in these backwoods. For what? To act as a stepping stone for that red-headed scoundrel? Go from exile to chieftain? Have I always been this incompetent? Focusing on sunk-cost hero while my liege fends off hyenas in the capital. I should have cut my losses here long ago. Ah! Ellery's assassins. You won't be rid of me using third-rate killers. You hear that scream? I think our throwing sword actually hit someone! It's the sword! It's the sword that I sponsored! It's the sword that I fucking invested in! Finally, I knew it would work, and I got a good arm. Good arm my left buttock, you threw it with your eyes closed. What if they make us pay for the healing fees? They'll use our secret technique, lying, but where'd the throwing sword go? Probably ran off with it. Damn, that was our only one. This is gonna set us back by another 3 months. Oops. I'm doing all the test throws next time. In the span of months, we've shattered some of the mightiest adventurers, broken the backs of the Iron Realm, and showed the coast the wrath of Arinde. Such a feat could only have been achieved with the courage of our Seahawks. Whoa. Go us. Guess I'm committed. With the aid of Arinde's staunch allies who refuse to bend for tyranny. An odd feeling that I'm technically an outsider in this familiar place. With Arinde's very own Dune Ironsmith, and the unrivaled martial prowess of the guard captain. That's me! But most importantly of all, with all of you, with every citizen who raised up arms to fight for Arinde's pride, for Arinde's future, this is only the beginning, with the blessings of my predecessor. Yeah, sure. I will lead Arinde into a new age of glory. Arinde, Arinde, Arinde! What self-serving tripe. Didn't think you'd come to this instead of continuing to try and drink cheap beers. Barkeep left to listen to this crap and I didn't have anything better to waste my time with. I assumed you'd stay scarce given the whole situation. What's the point? She rules this whole damn place now, and she's got a super weapon to boot because of Lindros. It's not as if she's been hiding her desire for conquest. We're going to just leave her with that? What can we do? We still owe her a big debt for Karina. Because her interest coincided with ours, let's not forget her willingness to jump ship. The results are the same, and in all honesty, we're lucky they overlooked the whole matter. Ellery would have killed anyone else for less. Lucky. Or perhaps she'd find it inconvenient to kill an old man. It does. Yeah, I literally do not know where this story is going, and I don't know what Ellery is gonna do next. Like, every time I think I'm figuring it out, the game throws a curveball at me, so it's keeping me on my toes. Especially the grandfather of her current protege. That's a pessimistic way of looking at it. You're really going to let Karina stay with Ellery? I tried talking to her, but she wouldn't hear it. She sees Ellery as some sort of role model? That is not good. You're her mother. Make your authority mean something. If that's what Karina desires, I can't seek to control her. Besides, Ellery values her highly. She's safe in Arinde. Because she's useful. You really think she wouldn't abandon her for a payoff? Ellery may have been rather unscrupulous in her dealings, but she's always stuck by her comrades. That I do believe. They always are, until it becomes inconvenient. But what do I know? I'm just a bitter old fossil past his time. If the barkeep doesn't return, I'm serving myself. A letter and a package from the guild. Already tested for traps. And by that, I mean I opened them. Adequate. Thanks? I don't know why I spent money on that thing if they're just gonna give me one. Gaps, busy with the paperwork? What do they mean adequate? What did I do? Oh, I know why that didn't go over well. Because when I killed that bastard, it ended the map before the last two wagons got away. The other two wagons didn't technically escape, so I only got one. Even though I won and there was no enemies left on the map. Okay. All right, to be fair, I wasn't supposed to kill him, so I can't get too mad at that. Although it is a little funny that for all the things this game does do checks for, it didn't think to check for that. Paperwork? I wish it was paperwork. Governance of this place is a mess. As if no one has discovered what keeping a record is. As for Arinde's ore stockpile, records are only in someone's head. Dear Ellis, I can't even start on what gold inflow and outflow looks like, because no one's actually bothered keeping track of any of it on paper. What are we, cavemen? Yeah, that does sound. I asked Doom what Orin's tax policy was, and believe it or not, there isn't one. Someone in this whole town is running some bizarre voluntary donation system. At least the citizens see R-ing themselves as their own responsibility. As the chief, I'll have to make gold myself off taxing merchants or something. Because I sure don't think the townsfolk are gonna like me introducing taxes, especially given they arm themselves. Right, you're probably not here to listen to me complain all day, though. What's the matter? Do you, know how a good bit of our crew are going with Oriana? Don't remind me, I'm still bitter. So, well, I was thinking, aren't you elusive today? That's not like you. I kinda wanna go with them? Huh? I love the excitement of seeing new lands, hunting odd beasts and life on the road. I know you have a lofty ambition, but I'm not really keen on being a soldier again. If that's all right with you. Of course, Mince. What, am I not gonna deny? I'm not gonna deny you making your own decisions. You're not honor-bound to me, and you fulfilled oaths to the princess long ago. We've gone through a lot together. It just feels wrong leaving your side. You don't need to feel bad about anything. What am I, some damsel to be protected? Go out there and achieve your destiny, or whatever it is. I'm sure you've got it. Really? Huge thanks, Captain. But Mince, please stay safe out there. I really, really don't want to hear you got ripped up by a revenant. I'm the Mince. Of course, I'll be safe. If things go south, I'll just vanish. Great, you're a master of stealth. I'll take this with you. Wow, something this valuable? I can't just accept this. Aww. Aw, Ellery, you do care about someone. Aw, I love that. And you know what? good. Good for Mince for following his heart and sticking to his dreams. Like, I kind of thought he would feel honor-bound to stick to Ellery, but he's actually going with what he wants to do. I love that. I love that for him. Shut up, you're taking this. I was saving it for a rainy day, but I'm the chief now. If it rains, I'll just deconstruct the whole town and use it as a shelter. If I think of it as a compensation for my marvelous cooking skills, I suppose that might be fair. That's the confidence I remember. I'll still be in town for a bit longer. You want me to cook you a celebration dinner? Maybe a fine meal overlooking the beach we first docked at? That sounds lovely. I'll be with you once I finish fighting my lack of paperwork. That's great. See you soon. You're not gonna expect what I'm cooking up. Damn, back to work. Aww, she's sad. Who the fuck are these two? On my desk are 17 reports. They describe not just your abysmal failure in suppressing this unrest, but soaking the flames with your idiocy and almost causing a peasant uprising. Who are these rapscallions making reports behind my back? If it was not for the incompetence of my guards and the disobedience of... Silence. If you're as good at managing a township as you are at making excuses, we would not be having this conversation. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if that's why they specifically added Mince to the party of people leaving. Also, that really makes that second party really underpowered, considering 2 out of 3 of those are dead. When I sent your sister to the furthest reaches of our territory, all I received was praise for her resourcefulness and charity. Even now, I hear travelers speak of the good lady of House Heron. Why is it that you can't seem to even rule 3 square inches of land? Even with her tireless effort to maintain peace and order, she still finds the time to hone her martial abilities. Renowned swordmasters praise her skill with the blade. Well, you can't seem to even slay a chicken. Well, to be fair, chickens are pretty OP in this game. Just gonna say it. Maybe this isn't the time. Like, could you imagine if, you remember the story about Cleo's dad in Bells of Byelen where he killed her chicken? Could you just imagine if that chicken turned out to be like Vermilion or Joyful Joe? That fight would have gone a lot differently. One more mistake like this, son, and House Heron will have a new heir. You can't. I'm your only male descendant. You're making me rethink that only men should inherit House Heron's title. My lord, what the hell is that face? We received peculiar news from the Crescent. A rather curious letter for your eyes only. Very well, let me see it. You get out. Very, very interesting. And you are sure about this letter is no forgery? It's authentic handwriting. I can personally attest to that. But my lord, I must advise you to exercise caution regardless. Your advice is noted. Gather the head retainers and my daughter. We have much to discuss. Where that's going? Arinde the Third. We have another guidance chapter to go through. 20x. More side quest time! Several months pass. The members and former members of the Seahawks go through a training arc. All units below level 15 are auto-leveled to level 15. Huh. Alright. I'm kind of curious how that would affect their stats. This is where our Grand Alliance will meet, on some stools in a dank cave. The critical factor was secrecy, not comfort. You don't have some kind of meeting room? All our budget went into restoring Arinde and other miscellaneous projects. A lot of gold is going into the secret monster army. That's not quite how I'd word it. People won't take your power seriously if you're not keeping up appearances. You need at least a marble table for 12 and an oversized throne for yourself. I'll take it in consideration, thank you. Now, take one of the stools. The stool? When I first held office, the first thing I did was renovate my office. The rest of the Crescent's leaders will be here shortly. Yeah, I know, I absolutely will be promoting all of them. Everything is in order, hopefully by Ellis. I'm nervous. I've already met most of them before, or all of them before. What are you worried about? Before I was just some faceless child soldier. Now I'm your aide, there's more responsibility attached. You're overthinking, here they are now. I wonder if any of this would be Echo or Gecko if we still had Gecko. Welcome, Johnny Spices, head of the John clan in Johnsbury. Wheatley, the high priestess, and... Let's skip the whole welcomes and get straight to the heart of it. There's soon to be a great threat upon our alliance. You gotta wait until after I was introduced to cut it off. We know about the next green tide. That is not what I'm referring to. There's an even more pressing matter. More than the monsters that could destroy most of the Crescent? Yeah, I have news that House Heron is preparing for a full invasion of these lands. The House Heron? One of the biggest noble houses, House Heron? That is indeed pressing. Quite the surprise news to drop on us. Here I thought we'd drink some coffee, discuss how we could divide these lands between us and have a jolly old time. The name sounds vaguely familiar. You've been to the mainland, Spices. They're the effective rulers of the Northern Coast. You should know this. They're the nobles who conspired with the guild to sink trade ships. They dare reach their greasy fingers all the way here. This is quite the claim, Chief. Did you have evidence of this? With the Crown's authority declining in recent years due to that fool of a king, no surprise their ambitions have grown. We've intercepted letters between the House Heron and the Guild, reports of militarization, as well as witness accounts of their forces. Free to pass it around. Here. This is some horrible bookkeeping. You really have so little income? No offense, but I mean, how are you spending that much gold on food? Karina? Oh, wrong documents. I think it was these ones. They have how many troops? With good equipment. Imagine what I could do with that. I'm jealous. What's a hot air balloon? Oh my god, am I gonna fight balloons? I don't suppose such a force will be leaning towards letting us retain our authority. When it comes to the noble houses, you're either subservient or dead. I hope you see the predicament we face, but it's not hopeless. The Iron Prince will soon have no choice but to join us. With our combined might, our defensive advantage, and courage, we can vanquish them. These are the people that made trade so hard for us. I can't say I haven't dreamed of beating their skulls in. Despite what you may have heard about soft mainlanders, House Heron's troops are better equipped than any of our forces. You may find their skulls quite hard to crack indeed. Not to mention they are patrons of the Guild, those godless folk. Weakened they may be, they are not an easy victim. No do we have to thank for their continued existence? But no matter. We've still yet to discuss the green tide coming east. That's far more important issue for Frosthaven. Indeed, it is unfortunate timing. We need all the forces for Rinde, Anon, and Sundown Bay that we can muster, with a few exceptions. Namely, Dune, Arinde's finest warrior, will travel with you. Arinde's finest warrior is not Dune. Arinde's finest warrior doesn't have a name, apparently. Oriana's splinter group will also fight where the tide is thickest. She has my full trust. Is that all the help I can expect? I hope for a little more from our little alliance. My hands are tied. You must understand that I need to prioritize my own people. It is a lot to ask of me when my people will teeter on the edge of destruction. Divine providence appears in mysterious ways. Perhaps it is time you turned to faith as your weapon. With how few of you faithful are left, it hasn't seemed to have helped much. I turn religious if it can give me some edge, but it has little value besides bedside tales. I don't think any deity would be willing to accept you. Their loss. Now that we've all agreed on other matters, we shall adjourn here. There's much more further to discuss and significant preparation to make. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten so directly involved, but I can't help being caught up in the adventurous spirit. I don't think I should put myself too far forward, but maybe I could just shout a little louder. Good work, me. All right. Oh, look. You didn't change. Oh, it's a battle bard now. Okay, so is anyone missing yet? No, nobody's missing yet. We still have everybody. But that's probably going to change after this. All right, so who needs to promote? Let's get out of the people who are actually in the party. Murky's already promoted, Time's already promoted, Foxbury's promoted, Mince hasn't been promoted yet. I was kind of hoping he'd promote into like Master Chef or something, like a play on Master Chief. Like, tell me when you'd ever get to see that fucking joke played again. They no longer sing of heroic feats; they're partaking in them themselves. Xavier, how do they determine what stats go up when they get auto-leveled anyway? Or do they even get stats? Damn, Camillo fucking got jacked. 6 HP? Wow. Okay. I will say that if they're going to be forcing me to switch up characters, the fact that they are allowing them to get just some auto levels so I can promote them is a nice touch. Because they didn't have to do that. So I'm quite happy that they at least gave us that. Fucking bro still has no defensive stats. Actually, do you count as an unpromoted unit? Fuck you do. I don't know why, but I thought you were already promoted. I guess it's because you're a mage on a horse, I just assumed. Well, at least you lost the stupid hat. Basil already is promoted. I don't think Castle's promoted yet. Oh, I guess he is. Here's Dune. Nope, Dune's already promoted. Agardine? I think everyone else might be promoted already. Yeah, it looks like everyone else is promoted already. Okay, do we have anything we need to sell before we get going? All right, quality liquor. One of the fluxes. All right, what do I need to know about this? Zio isn't, but it's like John on level 20. Okay. Man, most supplies really do not sell. Can I sell one of these? I doubt I'm going to use both, let alone either of them. It is extra $1,000. Like, I don't even have that many anima mages to begin with, so... Why do I have so many steel bows? Okay, so it's not talking to somebody. Hey, Potato. Hasn't luck been great ever since we became commander of Arende's forces? Not really. I'm still chopping stuff, but now I have to lead people, too. That's because you haven't been abusing your authority. I purposely held drills near his farm to trample his tomatoes. Serves that rat bastard right. Easier than human sacrifices. What was that about human sacrifices? Needed it to power a dark ritual that would have cursed some imbecile's land for 17 generations. Thanks for telling me. No problem. You're not going to ask about the whole abusing my authority thing? I didn't hear that part, but appreciate you sharing that with me as well. Ha 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 ha, that part was a joke. You're a funny fellow. What's the joke? I can buy brave weapons. To shoot at. Hey, you there. Chief of Rinde, you know me? Of course I know you, I said. I know you said I should never show my face around these parts again, but I guess things didn't turn out that way. I'm deeply apologetic from the bottom of my heart for such impudent statements. They're foolish words of a foolish old man. I'm not one to be so petty as to hold grudges. By the way, how's your son doing? Tell him I said hi. He's keeping his head down. You have no need to pay attention to him. Didn't he want to be a fighter? Tell him the Arinde militia will take him if he signs up anytime. You can even have a letter of recommendation from me directly. I'm deeply humbled, but there's no need. So you must accept this kind offer. I trust you'll see to it by the end of the week before I can ask again. How did some adventurer become the chief? Arinde's gone mad. What am I to do? Hope my son doesn't do something stupid. I guess his son's been fucking drafted, huh? 5 gold. This barbecue pork bun is worth at least 10. My pigs were fed with the finest dead pirates there is. I will pay no more than 3 gold for this. Hand it over. Then leave. You have no appreciation for good food. Do you know who I am? I am the Azure Streak, strongest among the Seahawks. Didn't we kill the Azure Streak? I have no idea who. If I was to smash your little cart, who can you complain to? No one. The chief always protects her own. Yeah, do this, there are people watching. Then I'll make up some story about how you disrespected the chief. Do you think anyone here will dare stand up for you? Fine, take the pork bun. Stop, I've seen enough. Chief, how can you be here? I heard everything, Whipjack. You dare terrorize the town using my name? But... Away with you. I shall see your pay docked and you'll be suitably disciplined. I didn't expect the chief herself to come to my aid. Please take this gold as my sincere apology on behalf of my crew. Rest assured that on my watch this will never happen again. Chief's a better person than I hear. What a story to tell at the pub tonight. Convincing performance. As I know, you'd absolutely abuse my name to save 5 gold. You can't keep making me act up these demeaning... Oh my god, she's doing it on purpose! She's doing it to me! She's doing it to make herself look good! Oh, there's a chest on this map. Okay, I'll go look for it. Then you shouldn't have let me catch you extorting that merchant. It's what gave me inspiration for the punishment in the first place. Yeah, but this is... My dignity won't stand for this. I'll resign. Sure, I can't stop you. I'd like to see you find a better job for someone of your caliber, or any job in these parts again. That's about what I assumed. Every sign tells me to abandon this crazy wench and never return, but gold. Alright, where's the chest? Where's the chest? Also, who the fuck are you? Chest. The only chest is this one. And it's open. So, what chest are you talking about, Xavier? Oh, okay. Good thing I always keep at least one fucking key in my inventory. I'm assuming I want to kill this guy, right? Since there's no option to talk to him. I knew that secret passage was supposed to be here. Oh man, the guild's gonna pay me so well for this. What might you be doing sneaking around? Fuck! Maybe I should have taken him alive for questioning. Oh well, extra materials for Lindros. He was going to sell out a secret passage that we needed to, that would have let them attack the town. So you know what? Good. I'm glad. Didn't think I'd still be doing so much work. You really work an old woman to the bone? Well, your eyes didn't light up when you saw the gold I was offering you. I do plan to live until 200, and my golden throne won't pay for itself. Regardless, I appreciate the work you've done. They call you the best of the business for a reason. Any thanks can be in more cold, hard gold. Any weapon you want is lying around. Just don't forget to sign off on the money. I was wondering why the town hall had been crammed full of crates. Can we agree on a bulk discount for the next batch? I was wondering. Of course not. Market price. I've not gone senile yet. Can you at least pretend to humor my offer? Haggling is for people with insufficient bargaining chips. I have no such problem. Damn. Oh, that's right. Those are just stores. Am I allowed to sell the ore I picked up, or do I need to keep it? You might be wondering why I've called you in here today. Yeah? It's been months since you promised your throwing sword was almost finished. There's no rushing perfection. Soon the throwing sword will take the world by storm. Let's see what you have. That's a spear. Not that I hate that. I'm happy with that, but that's a spear. That's also a spear. In fact, that's a literal fucking spear. That is a throwing pick. That is an axe. You are handing me everything except for a sword. We sell these in Arinde now. I even recognize these from Hammer Hellies. Well, it's actually for our research. Market research. Where is the throwing sword? We sadly lost our original prototype during the test. Because it was impossible to aim. Shut up, this has set us back by months, actually. We're working to replace it as soon as possible. How can remaking something you've already made set you back by months? It's very hard to forge because of how light and aerodynamic it is. The contract we signed establishes forced liquidation if certain quotas are not met, which aren't met. There's no product. That wasn't the contract? What even is forced liquidation? It means I will turn you two into liquid if there's no progress by the month's end. You can't do that. Your Indy authorities wouldn't... Oh. Right. Now that you have a clearer picture of the situation, I hope you'll raise your productivity. Surely we run for it. We can't get this throwing sword to work in a month. We get stabbed to death in a ditch? Just got eyes all over the place. We'll have to figure something out. I think I have an idea. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick 5-minute break to flip my laundry around and also hit the washroom. So I will be back in a few, guys. I have returned. Let's finish talking to people. Drinking at noon again? Tried to see if I could get my old job as a guard back, but the new guard captain just yelled at me instead. What's wrong with being part of the Seahawks? More actual work, more travel, less time to drink. I may have admitted as such to the guard captain. Maybe you should not do that. Pass me a bottle, though. I'm on break. Jane Pomelo couldn't be here. He'd appreciate this Pomelo line. Too busy for his old pals these days. Yeah, you have to rest back. You're playing genealogy right now. How's it going? You lost. It's all I have left for the week. Keep my alcohol money separate from my savings. Damn, you have savings now? I suppose all that blood money we got has to go somewhere. Don't have to act so surprised. Planning on buying a nice house here instead of camping in the barracks. Why? You're gonna have to spend more time on the road anyways. We're gonna have to retire from adventuring eventually. It's not exactly a lifelong career. We pool our funds and buy a house together. What do you say? Me? Retire from being an adventurer? That ain't happening. You'll eventually make enough gold and be out of your prime. I fully intend to die dramatically at the peak of my career. But you could, not do that. And what, die of illness? Waste away from age? Appreciate the gesture, but my mind is made up. Whatever pleases you, Yvette. My offer stays on the table. Maybe if I break both my arms, Marlowe. Break's over. Have to go back to duty. Never brave enough, even with liquid... Oh, Marlowe was asking Yvette to, live with him. That's what was going on there. Oh, that was actually really cute, if a little sad. This adventurer? Your friends aren't with you today? Willow got hurt really bad when the pirates came. Still can't walk yet. And Feather, Mama says their family are somewhere very far away now. Which house was Willow? I can get one of my healers to have a little look. Third house on the left from Town Hall. Her family doesn't want to pay a healer, so that's great. You think I'll see Feather again? Eventually, I think you will. No need to worry about that right now. That's great. When Willow gets better, we can all be together again. Can you tell me another story? I can. How about... I think about pirates. Something far away. Ella's beating the gods, maybe. I could do better. Or I could do that. Let's see. Let's see. One of the houses I have to go to? To, get this kid a healer? Because, yeah, we want to do that. Why is there a log over here? Oh, is Francesca just, beating up a fucking training log? You're way faster than any boat, and the package is undamaged. Great work. Yes, no problem at all. 1,000 gold, please. Here you go. If you have anyone you know needing deliveries, recommend me. You're doing jobs on the side and you're still heckling me for a raise? You didn't think I was just so shallow that I was just about gold, was I? It's about giving back to the community, which has given me much in return. You should understand that, as chief. Oh, that catches me by surprise. Now I'm messing with you. If I have available gold opportunities, I take it. Thank Ellis, I was worried you're breaking character. See all these people at the tavern, drinking, gambling, even just sleeping. It's all the time they can spend earning gold. Can't stand that. If you don't spend time off work, how are you going to spend all of that gold you have? Spend it on better equipment so I can make more gold. But I pay for your equipment. Wyvern feed. Right, of course. Let's check this house over here. His visitors today and the chief too. Good thing I prepared a lot of drinks. What's the occasion? Had to rebuild my house after it was destroyed during the invasion. I thought I'd paint it red. Ever since then, being getting visitors non-stop. You think it's because of the paint? Has to be. Nothing else changed. Oh, I get it. Because the red houses in Fire Emblem are the ones that give you items. Oh, that is subversive, but I love that. That is a subtle little, wink joke for Fire Emblem fans. I like that. That's good. That's clever. Because you're giving out free drinks to visitors? But you clearly didn't know that, so why are you here? Because I wanted to see what was up with the red roof. Well, there you go. Don't bother closing the door on your way out. Someone else will open it anyway. That was clever. I like that. Good job, game. Oh god, what's going on down here? Milan, my friend, will you continue to pretend to not recognize me? I thought you were long dead, and this sack of flesh that you inhabit does you no favors. I thought it'd take longer for one of you to dig up my resting place to loot my corpse. How many years did I spend asleep? Only around 400 years. Myoxing punctured a hole in the dimensional veil out of spite, taking the Empire with her. It's only within the past century this land even sees mortals. Myoxing was never one to compromise, but to be driven to such extremes? Where have the others been? You couldn't tell, we lost. Badly. Lingwei is still at her futile attempt to return to the upper realms. Myoxing is probably still alive down there, probably in many tiny pieces. The rest are completely and utterly destroyed with no hope of revival. That can't be possible. A single mortal was all it took to wipe you all out? There can be no greater embarrassment. If my memory holds true, you were the first to fall. I will admit my failure, but it arose from my ignorance regarding your true threat. All of you have no excuse to draw on. That is all dust and ashes now. Why do you continue to involve yourself with these adventurers? What do you seek in this new land? Is it not obvious? I wish to repay them for awakening me. I can offer your various schemes, but don't interfere with my projects. I am a mere husk of my old self. Simply an ancient crone looking for her final resting place. Would you swear a binding vow to the heavens that what you just said is true? You knew very well that the eyes of the heavens don't reach here. Would you not trust the words of a dying woman? I'd sooner believe the world to be round than you've been decided to accept death. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, you know what, fantasy game, I should probably be fine with that. You'll force me to reduce what little numbers of immortals remain. What the fuck is going on over there? A visit from the chief this early. I hope it's not about the refund. That's already been delivered. I accept that Maurice was quite the slippery one to evade your eyes. But there are other inconveniences more suited to your deft hand. No longer, I'm afraid. The coastal branch of the Eventide has fully shut down its contracts. Really? The Eventide, the greatest assassin guild on the continent? On the mainland, perhaps, but you know full well we floundered here with adventurers undercutting us. The whole beverage and coffee nonsense was, of course, all a cover, but who knew our coffee would make us 14 times the amount we've been bringing in from our assassinations? Any successful business is a success for Arinde. It seems like a waste of contacts and networks. Of course, they haven't gone to waste. They've all been put to work scouring the finest beans under the best conditions. Give me a cup. Yay! All right, well, that is probably going on Karina or Chickson. Where's that house with the poor kid that got hurt? I wanna heal that kid. I gotta balance out my kidnapping somehow. Why is Chickson behind the bar? Karina, my conquering granddaughter. A girl of 16 and already one of the most important people in Arinde. Grandma, I'm still a little more than a glorified assistant to the chief. No need for humbleness, this is a cause for celebration. Tell me what you want to eat and I'll order it for you. I've got plenty of gold myself now, I'm not a kid. You're never too old to have your grandmother pay for your meals. Mince, I'd like to order for myself and for Grandma. Karina, the usual for you? Well, maybe not usual. 5 raw mixed meat platters and a whole spit roasted lamb. 2 bowls of soy sauce chicken, topped with apple pie and cream. That's my granddaughter. A strong appetite begets strong aspirations. Sure, okay. I'll have your fish of the day. Ah, the elusive human eater. A fine catch, I'll inform the chefs. You'll be going with Mother to fight the green tide, I hear? I will not. I tire of adventuring. Really, but you were legendary. To tell you the honest truth, Karina, I never liked the life of an adventurer. It was unpredictable. It was exhausting. It killed most of my contemporaries. It was the only way a penniless woman like me could make a fortune. I had no idea, with how everyone speaks of you and all. Your mother thought similarly when she was younger. She wanted to be like me, and I didn't have the heart to tell her otherwise. Is this related to why you and Mother don't talk much? There were a lot of reasons. I hesitate to bring up your father, but this was one of the major ones. I was disappointed by her not being the heroic adventurer she adored. Perhaps the main reason your mother is obsessed with her idea of adventuring is because she wanted to replicate the person she always wanted me to be. I don't know what to say. I just assumed I should have been an adventurer too. Like it was some kind of family tradition. I wanted you to be strong, Karina, for the strong survive the Crescent. But I never wanted that life for you. You won't hear me saying elsewhere. But one doesn't fear death any less as their time grows ever nearer. For all my bravado, I fear the Crescent. I fear facing the green tide again. That's more than understandable. You did so much for me in those terrible months. You did so much for the Crescent. You deserve peace and quiet now. You would understand, but those that grew up on my legend... well, enough of that. We don't need this bleak talk about me. It's the time for celebration about you. Back to here. There's nothing to celebrate. I do really want to see how you finish the usual. I'd rather not, but fine, Grandma. Oh, that's gonna be messy. Oh, hey, Mince. Sun is still high. It's a good time to get to know the fellow leaders better. What happened to the Frosthaven and Green Tide emergency, Nari? There's no point in me returning without reinforcements. Oriana only leaves tomorrow. Evil can't be defeated on an empty stomach. I would have tried inviting the creepy priestess, but she disappeared right out the door. You didn't invite Spices? I know enough about that boring buffoon. I hear the food at Arinde has improved tenfold. I want to test these rumors. It's only because Mince decided to work at this tavern occasionally and impart some of his knowledge on the local cooks. Mince will have a job for him at my bay if he ever tires of being your dog. Fuck you, bitch! A toast to our host, the generous chief of Arinde, for bringing us here together. Aye. And paying for this meal. Aye to that too. I don't recall deciding that. It's only right for a generous host to do so, don't you agree? Maybe courteous. 10,000 gold? Alright, is this worth doing? Because that is a lot of money. Because the reward better be good if it's that much. That's like all of my cash. Xavier, yes or no? I'm tempted to say yes because so far I haven't been let down by a single one. You never did it? Guess we'll find out. There's a whole damn table of food left over. I don't want it to be ungracious, but this is just unnecessary. Don't look at me, I only moderately overrode it. I usually can eat a whole deer, but the food here was so good. I'm already more stuffed than a human effigy. Yeah, I'm sure you really thought you could eat 10 times your body weight. What are you even gonna do with all this? Would you take something for the road? No. Oh, it gets me extra stat boosters. All right, yeah, fuck it, that's worth it. I'll take stat boosters any day of the week. Okay, yeah, that was worth it. That was worth it. Mince, the savior of the Crescent. Glad to see you back once in a blue moon. I do think I'm pretty amazing, but a savior? You saved the taste buds of the people of Arinde. Well, now you're practically making me blush. You ordering anything? No need, I've already spent most of my midday filling myself with beer. That's rather unlike you. Don't you usually reserve your stomach for a warm meal? My sister's in town again. Hopefully I'll be too passed out to see her. It's never a happy reunion. For what reason does she keep coming on back? She does remind me of our shared past, Mince. Too much, far too much. I'm only telling you this. My sister and I, we're on the run. So was I. Many make their way here for this reason. It's nothing to be ashamed of. No, you understand. We were on the run for many, many counts of murder. A huge bounty still on our heads. So was I. We have a good bit in common. We were wanted because we've murdered our noble household, our adopted family. Oh, okay, I wasn't. You must have had a fair reason, though. Fair reason. We were 2 orphans, our parents were criminals put to death. Out of pity and perhaps a little guilt, our adopted father took us in as his own. Good story, is it not? Kind noble doing a good deed? Why am I saying all this? My Alice, it must be the drink. I'm here to listen. Was there something more? Indeed. I'm always suspected, even as we grew up well treated in that household. No one does a kind act without reason, she'd always tell me. And indeed, her suspicions indeed seemed to bear fruit. Nearing our 15th year, hush whispers and knowing looks began to follow us. Certain words stuck out. Ritual, departure, a sense of finality. We knew our adoptive father worshipped the old gods in secret. Our imagination easily filled in the gaps. That must have been a hard time, for you both were so young, with no adults to turn to. We were desperate. I locked the doors. Time took hold of the poison and used it. But even in the evening, we ensured there was no life in the manor to witness our crime. We survived. When we pillaged the scene of the murder, we uncovered his ritual. A coming-of-age ceremony, we were to leave the household, but we were not of his blood. We were allocated a sizable fortune. We took the spoils of our slaughter and used them as we saw fit. We escaped to a faraway land where justice could never find us. You see, Mince, I deserve no peace. The road is where I should belong. For I threw my home away. You see before you a murderer, a wretched thing. I don't see that, Basil. I see a man quite learned about culinary arts, who's had too much to drink. I've had no one to tell my story to, and I forced this onto you. It's utterly unbecoming of me. You look tired. Perhaps you should have an early night. We can have a proper meal and get here again tomorrow. I'll prepare your favorite fish in advance. That sounds great. Mince, sincerely, thank you. And he's out. Poor man. Aw, that was like really sweet. Like, that was like very, very sweet that Mince was like, you know what, man? Like, we all have a past. We're not proud of it. Just sleep it off, man. I'll be here for you. Like, that's a good friend. You're the famed local chef. Your cheapest meal, please. That's not enough, I'm sorry to say. Curse these wicked oceans. They look like you've been through a lot. I'll let you have this battered fish. On the house. The original customer was killed earlier this evening. Truly? Such generosity, I'm not so prideful to pass it up. Think nothing of it. I was once a penniless traveler, too. What brings you to the Crescent? Vengeance, good sir. I was once a third son of a noble, if you'd believe. For 2 heinous criminals most foul slew my family. So greedy they were. Why, I swear never to call any place home before they are avenged. A grave tale, good traveler, and their names are? Oh, and of course, this immediately follows it. I hear the sister goes by Time. She made a name for herself, undoubtedly using our stolen wealth. The brother, I hear nothing about him, but he will not elude me. Rumors say the siblings fought over this wealth, and the brother was slain. I wish to tear out his heart myself. But it's no surprise these 2 black hearts would devour each other. They would know much about murdering their family. Must be. For Time would suppress any accusations of fratricide. You'd hear little of these days. I shall not impose on your generosity any longer. Thank you, kind man. I will raise a toast to you on the road. Safe travels. I hope you may find your peace. God damn it, Mince. You are so fucking cool as a character. Thief? No longer. I hear you be busy barking orders in these hours. Not drinking yourself dead. Even you've come to mock me? Mock you? You think I'd be one to do such a thing? I'm merely seeking out drinks in this fine establishment. What's going on that's worth mocking? So you mean to insult me with your false ignorance? You know well I'm to leave Arinde when it needs me most, instead of leading its armies as my rightful position. I don't know what's going on. I've been busy attending to my own things. Now they're sending you to fight the tide? What's wrong with that? It's a noble duty. Noble duty. Is it a noble duty to take up the task of common adventurers, while my power is usurped by newcomers? My authority is being stripped away as Ellery favors that blasted dragon girl. A mere waif of 16, and that nameless guard, who was once my underling. No doubt, this is only because they are more easily controllable, for I'm a superior leader to them by every perceivable metric. You never saw me complaining when I was fighting the tide. Ensuring our continued survival on the Crescent is not a chore. It's a waste of time explaining my position. Do you hold resentment towards me, Orin? Of course. I never let Arinde down. I always put in my very best. The very fact that you'd support Ellery over me, you, Dune, who's known me since we were both children, filled me with rage. I'd think you a lesser man if you did not. But I've discarded such pointless resentment. What's done is done. Perhaps Ellery does seem like the superior chief candidate. So great are her victories. You see, is that really why you thought I supported Ellery? At least now you can witness my predicament and laugh at my folly. I'll never lower myself to such a level. You always see yourself as above everyone, even now. You know that? What's that supposed to mean? And she's gone. Good for her. Barkeep, get me your finest drinks. Actually, no, I'll settle for third finest, maybe even fourth. Shit, Dune's having a bad fucking day. Oh, there's Wheatley. I can't talk to them, though. Who's behind the bar? Oh, it's Jake! Target with classification. Savage. Spotted. Initiate alert. This is my territory. I've got every right to be here. What are you, some kind of chef now? A visualization of my growth rates predicts surpassing all chefs by the end of this year. But how can you take... Oh, magic nonsense. Why are you wasting time here instead of following your God-given instructions? Retrieving analysis. Finding the chosen one equals enjoyment, 0% correlation. Cooking enjoyment, 85% correlation. Masters, not found. New directives to ensure optimal use of processing. I see. If you are not here to exterminate, then you must be here to order, or cease to reduce the efficiency of my time allocation. Fine, just give me something. Searching. One matching result. The most expensive dish for you. That seems a little petty, but I can pay. Executing commands. Despite its appearance, perhaps it is not. It is a victim not all that different to Karina. The gods cruelly dictated the terms of their existence, but they can break free. I came here to be sure of my decisions, and yet... Your order will be 7,000 gold. 7,000! I should have hit you harder. I know, right? Probably the most unfortunate conversation I've had to have in this game so far. Ooh, there's a box over there. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to figure out where that one is now. Who are you? Oh, it's Anna. Right, Anna's the only other supplier in the game. Let's congratulate you on your thriving business and your contribution to Arinde's economy. Thank you, Chief. Why not have a foreboding feeling? As an upholder of justice and order, I won't permit any shady dealings in my backyard. Not without my cut. You take this gold and sleep while knowing you're depriving some poor woman of her food for the month. Here's your business as clean as a whistle. Keep up the good work. Thanks. Oh wow, even spending that 10K, I actually still have a fair bit of cash. What's Moonglow? Oh, it's a 5-range Luna. Don't buy anything. Okay. Keith, here to get some body modifications? They're all 20% off this week. Some what? Some body modifications. I cut you open to make you better. You may have spearheaded our development of construct bodies, but I can't see such expertise being fully transferable. Far too many think the body is sacrosanct, when it is but an unrefined sculpture to be perfected. Listen to one of my satisfied customers. Her. You're no fine. I know what I'm doing. Why did I pick this? Scratch that. Why did I pick this? I think I'm okay without buying any of these. Can we choose die painfully? I'd really rather not. Why are there 2 options that kill me? Wait, what the fuck is this? Is it him? Is it this fucking guy again? Is it that? Hold on. Is this who I think it is? Anyone else seeing this? I am the darkness in the hearts of those with a gaming spirit. I am the ambition locked away in the depths of humanity. I am Void Gamer. Will you face the dark? All right, I get the feeling that this is gonna be another bullshit thing that could instantly kill me, so we're doing this again. If I lose the money, I lose the money. That's fine, that's acceptable. If I get a game over, I'm not doing this crap again, so. I knew it, it's him again. It's the same fucking guy as before. Let's dance, old man. Uh-oh. For 5 points, I hope that's good enough. Pain. Uh-oh. The fucker draws near. You truly have the spirit of a gamer. Thanks. Well, that was creepy. All right, Warmancer, you mean, oh, that's not Nerissa. I thought that was just Nerissa. I assure you, customer, these souls have been ethically sourced, by which I mean they are harvested from people who really deserved it. Not that it affects anything at all. The soul is simply an amalgamation of a person's being on the mortal plane. It is irrelevant once they pass into whatever afterlife you believe in. Furthermore, they've been purified. That's great, but what in Ellis's name why would I want to buy a soul? Genealogy, the river next to Even's Castle is probably the most reoccurring river in all of Fire Emblem. Really? It gives you anima or light magic. Should have started with that. Allows you to draw upon the abilities of the soul's former owner. The very minor side effect of taking some of their memories. Wait, have I seen you somewhere before? No. Cool. Well, I did just earn $4,000. I don't think I have a solid anima mage right now, so. Memories are really boring. Just a mage spending a lot of time of. Oh, Alice, what kind of sick mind made someone to think to attempt this? Never gonna be able to look at dogs the same way ever again. I did it! Wait, why do I have an A support with Wisp? I'm just noticing that now. Why do I have an A support with Wisp? Also, can you imagine spending money to cap my skill when I'm 1 point off of cap? And would in fact have been capped if I hadn't taken that, that one ability that I'm, so far, not really using all that much. Don't worry about it. I do worry about it. Oh, it's Tassel again. Hello, Tassel. Please wait in line. Next batch should be done shortly. You're quite the line of customers, Tassel. What might the great chieftain want with such a humble merchant such as myself? I know potion sellers of the capital who add certain ingredients which force their customers to return. How could you make such accusations? Yes, as a merchant, I may indulge in practices that stretch the truth, but to utilize unscrupulous practices such as potion withdrawal in my stock stains the very soul of commerce to bind customers against their will. But the pride of a merchant is finding the willing market and customer. Super. No matter how far I've fallen, I will never resort to such tactics. I would rather fall upon my arrow than stain the reputation of my trade. If it pleases you, chieftain, if you manage to fake such indignity, then you'd be quite the actor. There is honor among peddlers, chieftain. I suppose I had little reason to arrive at my accusation, but I am keeping an eye on you. Poor malign spirits have overtaken you, Tassel. Nevertheless, Lady Luck looks fondly on you. That's not suspicious at all. Oh, fuck, we haven't been here in a while. A chest. Oh. Why would I want that? I put a bloody mine in this chest. Whoever did this, I'm coming for you. Fuck! This music is kind of like stressful, I'm not gonna lie. If only the river of time could wash away all these memories, then... You're looking at Mr. Blank Slate. Trust me, it's not all it's cracked up to be. You are... Who are you? That's a good question. The past makes a person. A person without a past is nothing. A person without a past is not shackled by it. They are free to go where they wish. What use is that freedom when they have nothing to wish for? How can you be so sure that emptiness isn't superior if you haven't experienced the pain I have? It has to be better than trying to figure out who I am and what I'm supposed to be, when I have nothing to draw on. Well, if we could trade our memories, I think we'd both be happy. Let's do the closest thing we can. Tell me your past, sad man. I've not had to explain my story before. Let me regale you with a tale of unlimited woe and assorted horrors. One deeply sorrowful story of a man who lost everything later. With only a mournful song in my heart, I set out for the Crescent. What an enthralling tale. Yes, you must be the one to help me. I want a glasses man because he looks like he knows things, but he's stuck in his cave. What exactly are you asking of me? Write me the story of a past like yours, that I can claim as my own. You intend for me to write you a past? What can you get from a fabricated past? If only I had a past, then I can anchor myself to this world as a person. You've listened to my story. It's good courtesy for me to help you. Aw, that's nice. What the fuck? One of humanity's mightiest soldiers, the world is not ready. I mean... What's going on here? Some buffoon actually set off the moving wall again, almost killed someone. Seems like a very impractical trap, only defends against the front gate. What, we've got 7 entrances. I know, right? It's still my job to reset it. Didn't think you'd have such a skill set. My family were generations of merchants, that's how I first got employed here. No one knew how to fix this stuff anymore, but it's a thankless and inglorious role. I always aim higher. Now here I am. It's quite the inspirational tale. But didn't you say you were from some lineage of powerful warriors ages back? I say it's from my mom's side, but in all honesty, I just lied. When an Arende, do as Arende does. Respectable. Not like anyone can challenge you on the matter now. Yet considering you fucking wrecked shop. Can I step on this? No, I can't. You're just in time to see the library fully furnished. A fine collection, is it not? It goes without saying that I'm grateful you gave me all this empty space to use. It's looking good, but weren't these bookshelves already full before you moved your collection in? The majority of them were fake cutouts to create the illusion of intellectual prowess. Chieftain, have you not examined a single one of your own books in this entire time? I'm rather preoccupied with my duties. A little disappointing for a woman of your position. You should always find time within your schedule to read. For if you do not read, how can you learn? If you do not learn, how can you make informed decisions? I'll keep that in mind. I'd like to introduce you to my assistant. He shall be taking care of the place. His enthusiasm more than makes up for any of his other shortcomings. Bird, come on. What? No need to be shy. It's an honor. He's an old friend of mine. What a coincidence. Fate works in curious ways. I'm glad for this occasion. I just noticed Moloch is in the corner up there. See in the top left? And fucking Moloch just chilling up there. I'm glad on this occasion it is for the better. Bird, let's have a good talk. It's been ages since we've seen each other. Of course. I shall interfere in your reunion. Explain. I give you nothing but the truth, Chieftain. A place among the books. That was always my dream. All my dishonest ways were to achieve this. But I've given all that up. I shall never hold an axe in my hand again. I'm trying to figure out what wicked scheme you might pull, but working as a librarian's assistant is not a role that facilitates that. There's no scheme. The circumstances of life have pushed me down unsavory paths, but I've always desired an honest life. It was my own choices that led me down these roads, but the catalyst for this was... I don't need to hear more about your miserable past. We all have one of those. You may have your place in Arende. Thank you, Chieftain, for giving me this chance. If this bites me down the road, I'm killing you in the most painful way possible. Then myself for being this stupid. Last hurdle's been jumped. This is the start of a new era. I shall not squander it. I should be happy, but my thoughts keep returning to Locust. Will she be fine without my support? Have I abandoned my only friend? Alright, so seriously, bro. How long are you going to follow me for? Also, wait, I came in through this entrance, right? So where do these other staircases go? I thought you were going with Oriana to chart a map or something. I was, but she explicitly rejected me. No one else got rejected. Oriana's not the type to hold grudges. What did you even do? Only Ellis knows. I'll tell you this, she's not showing up in my next bestseller. Huge tragedy. You better make me look good in it. Absolutely, it's gonna be called How to Conquer the Coast with Only an Airship. Only an airship? That would make things rather easy. Can't quite use my old How to X with a small object template when its subject matter is open warfare, can I? I had to ditch the template, it's rather lackluster. I have to keep my series branding. You wouldn't get it. Enough of that. I'm sticking with you after all. Here's my reapplication letter. I can't be bothered rereading it. You're rehired. Great. Couldn't be bothered writing it either. This is just a blank piece of paper. You did write it. You wouldn't have looked at it if I didn't say it was blank. If I write something, it's going to be read, damn it. This is really stupid. Wait, I came in through this staircase? Oh, you're right, I did. Okay, so I have to go down that way, but let's check out what's up here first. Pile of meat and bones that can be recycled for a new... Oh, this is the monster lab. That's why there's corpses. Hey, John. 16? What are you doing down here? Having dinner, 14. What dinner? Oh, okay. The magic people have kindly allowed me to dispose of any failed experiments, so I'm pretty well fed down here. But you shouldn't be down in a dark cave eating corpses. Perhaps we can go for a nice meal at Woody Wilson's. I'm quite flush with gold now. I'm good. Maybe get some nice smoked chicken from Mince's place. I'm good, really. 14, I'm not a lost girl needing your charity. Are you certain? There has to be something I can help you with. I'm good at 14. You're obviously fearful of and repulsed by what I am. Why keep trying? Is this a pity thing? Or are you so used to wealth that you have to spend to make yourself at ease? That's not... I just want to help. I was only thinking of myself when I left home. And that's what fate I had left you with. I want to make up for some of that. Well, you can help by letting me do my own thing, 14. If you get me some water, the river down here is not good. I'll go do that. Listen, 16, I really mean it. If you need anything, just tell me, okay? Okay, 14, geez, whatever makes you happy. Yeah, he's trying, but like, the damage is done, man. Is this Nerissa? There's Nerissa. All right, so what's going on in here? So I guess we're gonna have our own monsters going forward. I honestly, just from a moral standpoint, I don't know how I feel about that, but all right. Level of complexity, to be able to haul rough objects, but not handle anything delicate. That alone is already a huge breakthrough. Fantastic work to both of you, progressing at such a rapid pace. Arcade Nerissa, I'm glad to see you've set aside our differences. Continue to use your expertise to benefit Arinde's future. I don't do this out of any obligation to Arinde or you. I'm only here because Lindros is too talented to be wasted on this place. The result is the same, nonetheless. Chief, I think you should abstain from entering the premises during research. There are complex runes at work which should only be approached by experts. I concur. I'd rather not see an amateur create an accident. Very well, I'll leave you two to it. Experts as if I'm not a magic user myself. I don't have to step on a rune, pompous snobs. I literally just learned how to use magic like 5 minutes ago. But no, all right, I'm an expert, sure. Oh, we circled around, okay. Creating dancers using our military budget? Really, Hagendire? You don't get it. The potential for use in warfare is untapped. The potential to be used as eye candy for you, I suspect. My lineage has given me the utmost finest training in matters of warfare. I have Of Defeat and Victory memorized 7 times over. What good does that do? A mere soldier like you can barely read, much less understand such intricacies. I fought in the Wasteland War as a division leader. Did you even leave your province before you got exiled? We lost the Wasteland War, so clearly that says little about your leadership. My accomplishments would have been great had I not been unfairly accused. That still leaves me with actual experience, and you, a mere armchair general. Despite your so-called accomplishments, you still utterly failed your liege. What does that say about your abilities? You can choke him out if you want. I don't like him anyway. Has no one told you to watch your words more carefully, Hagendire? I'll break your neck for this. Chief, she's tried to kill me. Sure, don't waste my time with trivial nonsense. Wow, she didn't even take a moment. You're a little too pitiful to kill now. I will have my revenge, and it will be cruel and wicked and... Is there anything else on this map, or did I do it all now? I think I did it all. I guess I can try the arena again. God knows that's always good for a laugh. The arena is being rebuilt as a theater to produce some civilized entertainment. I will no longer be entertaining any more petitions for this public health hazard. Orders from the chief. Only been a while since I left, but so much has changed about this little town. Remember how it used to be, where those pirate sages came? No, it was my first time on the Crescent. And that old inn we met in, it was a cozy place. I remember the food there tasted like dust, yeah. I'll take a look. The food tasting like wood chips was part of its charm. Seeing it all abandoned like this really makes my good memories of it all come rushing back. Okay. Just drinking piss-poor beer with the lads over another good run. Worrying about being executed by the Noble's Guard dogs, or shipwrecking in the open seas and dying a cold death. Miss those good old days. Isn't not having those worries a substantial improvement? One could say that, but it's just not the same. I have a few errands to run. I'll leave you to reminisce. Someone needs to convince me of the good in the good old days. Nothing. Nothing that jumps out at me. I guess maybe one free staff. We did burn a lot of free staffs on dipshit, so. But I think that's it. So where do I need to... I want the chicken. Where am I supposed to go once I'm all done? Oh, up there. Yeah, I've checked all the wooden houses. So far, nothing. So, I'm guessing they don't actually have any. I can't thank you enough, Archsage. You've shaved years off my predictions. Push the wood? No, the wood wasn't for pushing. The wood was for, shopping. It was another store. Think nothing of it. I'm merely building off your existing work. I wouldn't be an Archsage if I didn't latch onto opportunities for magical adventure. You can undersell your own contributions. You can't shove it? I don't think so. To undersell your own contributions, I can already see that bright future. The greater society built on top of the labor of these flesh constructs, where citizens are no longer bound by the toils of day-to-day living. Your earnest vision of a brighter future by magical means plays a major factor in why I've enjoyed our collaboration. However, do you consider that the good citizens of Arinde may not want you to relegate their existing roles to the realms of constructs? Why would that be the case? They could just devote their time to more important tasks. There's an infinite amount of work which needs to be done on the Crescent. I was just a trifling thought that we can examine at a later date. Let's get this last one done, and then I shall sleep until noon. What the hell? It's a curious one. How did that monocle get in there? I'm certainly not going to carefully strip corpses. At any rate, it matters little. I'm not feeling good about staying here for 22 hours. My mind is playing tricks on me. Seeing a blink despite the fact that the construct is still unactivated. That's... It appears I've found myself in the world of the living through very peculiar means. To whom do I owe this pleasure? Help! You're on your own. That would be me. This bespectacled gentleman. You do have the refined appearance of a scholar well learned in natural magics. Thank you. This twig was forced upon us the pain of existence. The pain of existence, we should teach him, yes. Archsage, we might have a problem. Please forgive my ill-mannered compatriot. He's deathly allergic to existence, you see. Come closer and I will... Oh, come closer and I will show you the true meaning of woe. Oh, yes, I will. He enjoys the sound of his own voice, but he is not a man of action. What a grand creation I am, grafted together in both flesh and spirit. Mosaic of both past and present. Am I the landmark creation for which the boundaries of life are unveiled? I would be proud to serve as wondrous proof of such an accomplishment. Nothing as grandiose as that, I'm afraid. We were activating a routine ritual to form a construct as we've done countless times. It's a mystery to us how this occurred, as undignified it is for me to admit it. It appears I have misunderstood something. My creation is merely a simple accident, a confluence of chance and carelessness, simply a byproduct of a mundane process with no true purpose for existence. Yes? That's not right. It shouldn't be this way. I tell you, we should pull him limb from limb, yes. Suck the marrow from his bones. Rightful retribution it would be for his own sin. Step away, Lindros, this may require intervention. If I am not wanted, I shall make my leave. I bid you all a good day. It is morning, after all. Did nobody want to stop that? Wait. How did you know it was morning if we were in a cave? I would prefer to pretend that never happened, but we should call the guards for everyone's safety. And that's the gist of it. I've jumped it down so you can understand. Lindros, that's called speaking like a normal human being. That aside, how does this help us? Hey, Kaz! How's it going, man? We're doing pretty good. Lindros might have created a sentient golem creature that ran away, so that's always good. Power's never going to let us hear the end of that. The potential of manufacturing sentient creations is simply incomparable. This opens up a vast array of wider applications behind simple jobs. I'm going to have to slow you down a little bit. You're not creating blank slates. You're bringing in fully formed minds, albeit memoryless and distorted. Would they listen to your orders? Should they listen to your orders? Being individuals in their own right? Or if they resent you for bringing their mutilated souls back from oblivion? You saw what happened with Caligu. It's not an outcome you can predict. Those are valid concerns. That's just what I thought of in 5 seconds. More importantly, how much more research in this direction could cost to get... Yeah. How much more would research in this direction cost to get results? Our existing simple constructs have no such issues that need to be solved. I see. So am I to do nothing with this knowledge, squander its potential? It's not potential if it's a non-viable course of action. I shall go be bitter on my lonesome. Master Tower, there is something that has happened. I come bringing you this letter. Feel free to take a seat. I'm not getting up from my chair. It's about... The sect master has passed away, hasn't she? Wait, that was a girl? The one that we talked to before with the purple hair? That was a girl? Feeling pretty rough today. Tried to swim for about an hour and could barely get through the map prep. Dude, I understand that. Take it easy, and if you need to talk or anything like that, please feel free. I'm here to help if possible. Yes. Give me the letter. We did what we could. The rest is up to Ellis's will. Keep yourself safe. This is it, isn't it? A few decades of toil, 3 short sentences. Ellis's will. What will is there? Ellis is gone. Ellis has never been present. Master Tower, should I? I'm not so sensitive that I need time to mourn, Lilac. Sit down. Okay. We feared it would be this way. We had precautions for if she passed away before I did. Useless now. It's all quite ironic, really. Splitting off from the mainland sect was ostensibly to bring peace to the Crescent, but the underlying reason was escaping sect facticism. Allow me to guess. The Grandmaster sent you here to get you away from the inevitable collapse. Astute observation, sir. There's 4 claimants, 3 factions. It's a mess. All of them wanted my support because I was close to the Grandmaster, but I'd have none of it. Ellis knows when they might come to blows. It is everything we could have feared and more. I never knew your parents, Lilac, but if the Grandmaster sent you here, she probably wants me to do something. You may stay to wait out the crisis. About that, sir, there's another thing I wanted to ask. Ask away. I've always paid little attention to my responsibilities in the sect, so reassured I was of my place due to my parents' sacrifice. Without the Grandmaster, there's no warmth left for me, only selfish faces in turmoil. But all I've ever known is the sect. What am I to do without the sect? In my infinite wisdom, I can't answer that because I've yet to find the answer. You're in your 20s, early 30s? 17, sir. Huh. I didn't expect that. I did not expect him to be 17. You're not old and set in his ways as I am. You have plenty of years left, plenty to find something to care about. Ellis's teachings never required you to be part of an institution to be a real follower. With how things look right now, one might even say the opposite. Thank you for the reassuring words, Master Tower. You and I both know I just said a whole boatload of nothing. Feel free to tag along when we leave for Hunter's Hollow. You have the makings of a capable adventurer. I know not what else I should do, so I will follow. You're leaving, Little Red? What? No! No! Do not let Unfamiliar leave! You keep that chicken here! If I am to go on the path to Ascension, I must shed my mortal attachments. But why? We had such good times together. You, me, a bowl of rice and soy sauce? Well, you didn't like the soy sauce much. I enjoyed the safe nights, delicious rice, and the comfort of a warm fire. But I cannot let these worldly desires shake me from my rightful path. Is this a regular chicken thing? I have no idea what you're telling me, but good luck out there, little fella. May your enemies die swiftly and in great agony, human. I can't believe even the chicken is leaving. The Seahawks will never be as it once was. This is what growing older is about. I don't like it. Well, you know, to be fair, if the chickens are on B team, that means B team's not going to be as underpowered as I was being afraid of, because my chickens are very strong. A noble invasion. I can still hardly believe it. The mainland was always so far away. 2 worlds with a passage in between, not affecting each other. Until now, I suppose. Again, I can't apologize enough that I'm not giving you further aid. You now know what's coming, though I did beg you to keep this a secret. You do not need a mass panic. With this knowledge in mind, I can hardly blame you. From what I've seen in my travels, being destroyed by the tide may be preferable to being ruled by nobles. I'm afraid of the A-team being weak. Karina's here, so we at least have her. Still, I do wish there was something more I can do. It would fill me with guilt if your crew does not return. You know very well each adventurer is a dice game with the Reaper. There's little you can do to alter an outcome without sabotaging your end-day. I suppose so. I almost wish I could be there, though, affecting the course of battle rather than hoping for good news. You have your own battles. Focus on those and we'll pull through. We've never lost. I shall. You've already said your goodbyes to Karina? I have. Part of me wants her to come, but Karina's a grown girl now. Yeah, she's 16 years old. She's an adult. She doesn't need a mother getting in the way of her decisions. One doesn't cherish what they've always known, such as the love of their mother. Or maybe she'll feel like she can breathe easier. Who's to say? I leave her in your care, Chief. I know it's selfish to ask with how dangerous the Crescent is, but please keep her safe. I shall do as long as I live. That's all I need to hear. Safe travels, Chief. Safe travels, Captain. Alright, what do we got here? Chapter 20X-2, Typhoon of Tactics. What an honor of the Lady of House Heron herself to visit our village. Not even merchants come out here. She carries herself with none of the usual noble arrogance, so polite and earnest. More importantly, she always pays more than is needed. Such generosity. I could foresee a good future if she were to become heir. That would require turning over centuries of tradition, but if anyone can, it'd be her. She might need to learn better money management, though. That was super sweet. You can have another, but there's a favor I'd kindly ask of you. What is it, Lady Rosetta? You can just call me Big Sister. I care little for titles. Have you seen a red-haired man come in through out of town? Oh yeah, Harry came back recently. He said specifically to not tell anyone where he went, though. He probably means not to tell anyone dangerous, but I'm not, right? Yeah! Just point me on this map about where you think he went. About here. He hides out a lot every time he comes back. You can have a third chocolate for being such a good kid. You're the best, Big Sister. You're resorted to tricking kids. There's truly no load the good Lady Rosetta will not sink to get her way. Shush, it was an honorable transaction. Sure, whatever you say. Let's catch this vile criminal before he can change his mind again. Or his name again. It never ceases to amaze me how the people adore you for being a regular person. You don't see people singing my praises when I wave to old ladies down the street. You'll have to thank all my awful predecessors for that. House Heron does not have a history of being regular people. It may have taken a few centuries, but House Heron finally got there. The first of the family to figure out how to be liked by common folk. I'm not above feeling good about being admired, but these praises are all about inconsequential matters. I hope to one day see my praises to be about what I achieved. To better the lives of all of those under our house's banner. Be sure to also cure poverty and wipe out illness while you're doing that. Maybe I will do that, instructor. I can accomplish a lot in 70 years. I can't figure out how to sarcastically reply to that level of sincerity. Heavy Bread, formerly known as the Stabber, formerly known as Killman, formerly known as Harry, it's a pleasure to finally meet you. Well, what an honor for the lady of the house herself to personally come after me. What bloody methods did you use to find me? You sold out for 3 pieces of chocolate. Lies. It's the honest truth, as harsh as it is. You're mad to come on your lonesome. You know well I've slain countless, including that head retainer of yours. What makes you confident enough to test your blade against mine? I'm not, but it won't be me. Instructor, all yours. I feel like the title of instructor conflicts with the nature of that request. It's being sent out like some hired muscle. You can think of it a different way, instructor. You're demonstrating techniques to me in a practical setting. Okay, my vanity is satisfied. You think so little of me that... What sort of monster are you? This would be a regular workout if I was still on the Crescent. Are you proud of yourself, Heron Lady, sending your thug to do your dirty work? My instructor. Thank you. I never intended you harm. Instead, I'm here to offer you employment. Did that involve beating me up? You would have just thought it was some ploy if I hadn't laid it to you up front. Don't make me harm my left buttock. My everything hurts. It took me a lot of effort to be non-lethal, you know. Alright, my job is done. You two can yap all you want. Our spy master looked into your history. Your killings have made you infamous. But curiously, each victim was guilty of quite the array of sins, many not known publicly. We did not know what heinous deeds our retainer had done in our name, until evidence was found after you slew him. You don't pick victims indiscriminately. You operate on a justice system. You never hoard your ill-gotten gains. Instead, it finds its way to poorer places. That's a nice person you're talking about, but that person ain't me. I killed those men for their gold. I just wanted a less sympathetic victim. However, you could have chosen easier targets, but you always refrained. Now that our retainer is dead, we need a replacement, which brings us to you. Whoever kills a retainer in your house gets in line to replace them? Messed up system. Don't be ridiculous. It was just a coincidence this would bring you to my attention. His replacement must be one as skilled in the blade and subterfuge, but many satisfy this. What I also desire is one in touch with the needs of the people, strong principles, and critically, to be uninfluenced by various unsavory forces within our house. To show my sincerity, I promise you that you can walk away even if you decline. I'll sort out something with my Lord Father. I'm not so prideful to admit that a warm roof and a good pay does not appeal to me, and not being hunted by House Heron would be great. Very well, I'll be your attack dog. Retainer. Same deal. I will lay my terms up front. I draw the line at defenseless or the innocent. Those are easy terms to fulfill. You two done yapping yet? We've got trouble. I hear... Is that screaming? From the direction of the village? There are no bandits near here. Whoa! That is a lot of berserkers! Ho he ho, Barry the big-brained bandit is always right. I told you we'd find her here. There's far too many of them. Young lady, I'll hold them off here. Go and save yourself. Your first assignment comes fast, Heavy Bread. Let's move. You going to leave her there? She likes being overly dramatic. Those bandits stand no chance against her. We just get in the way. I can believe that. Stuff her. The village comes first anyway. Let's deal with these ruffians before they can cause any more damage. Wait, am I playing as just like a new group? These soft mainlanders are a little match for our strength. They never had to contend with the harshness of the Crescent. They got good stuff. Even the bread tastes better here. They deserve to get their stuff taken. Have it so much better than us. Don't forget what we're here for. If we miss our mark because you were busy pillaging, I'll have your hides. Captain, there she is. All according to plan. Pairs, pair up. Lancers, line up. Into positions. Golden Scarab formation. That's a lot of people. Where in Ellis's name did all these people pop up from? What have they done? Identify yourselves, lowlives. Identify myself I shall. My name is Poindexter, the Tactical Typhoon. The greatest mind of the Crescent. You're ill-hailed from the Crescent? Do you know the consequences of your crimes against House Heron's citizens? That is beyond my concerns. You've been dancing in the palm of my hand this entire time. I knew you'd personally come to this village to apprehend the killer. I knew the infamous Swordmaster would be lured away by a good fight. I knew you'd come running to save the village. So known are you for your kindness. I didn't expect you to recruit him, but that's entirely unimportant. You're hopelessly outmatched, at the mercy of my brilliant mind. You're so confident. Who's ordered this attack? The king, of course. He's paying a king's ransom to get this done discreetly. That worked? Dumbass. The coward of a king meekly submits to the will of noble houses, only exerting his authorities by sending cloaks and daggers after innocent folk. Ellery was right about one thing. This wretch does not deserve the throne. I care little about these mainland politics. I follow the gold. Now I give you a choice. Surrender and these villagers get to live. This put your reputation to the test. Please surrender yourself. It's a hopeless battle anyway. Have your bread, you understand, don't you? I'm no fool, lady. Do what you must. My life is not a thing to be negotiated. I offer you the same terms. Release these villagers, and I'll let you live. No! I suspected this would be the result, but it was still a worth an attempt. Golden Scarab formation, crush this foolish noblewoman. Wow, he just straight up executed her. Let it be known that I shall spare no one who abetted this in this massacre. All victims of this tragedy, I promise your family could be looked after. The spymaster informed us of this vile ambush only this morning. The full force of Heron Knights is soon to arrive. Please get to safety. I politely refuse, sir. Oh, we're listening to Fillmore from ActRaiser. Nice. I politely refuse, sir. The village is under my protection. The crimes are under my watch. I shall personally bring these invaders to justice so that no more innocents may be harmed. Justice will be carried out, young lady. You need not put yourself in harm's way. I cannot even defend the common criminals. Defeat the common criminals. How can I possibly lead House Heron? Sir, my mind is set. I will fight this battle. To take a disadvantageous battle is foolishness, but you're always my most overachieving student. Farewell, young lady. Show me all you've learned. I have so missed a good blood bet. What is this face? Say the word, young lady, and blood shall be spilled in the name of heat. Ignore this cretin, young lady. If your pretty face gets marred, it's our skin on the line. I understand your concerns, but I've been trained by the best swordmaster this side of the continent. If I may insist, there is no more time for discussion. Glory to House Heron. Charge. Pathetic-looking thing is what we came all the way here for. You have a problem with that? You're a maggot compared to him. I advise you not to step into his shoes if you value your life. You're buddy-buddy with that guy, huh? You also do the heinous things he did? Did old me come to ruin your fun? You must have tricked him, used poison. You could not have won in a fair fight. One wrong move and I'll see your flayed corpse sacrificed in his honor. What in Ellis's name are you two doing? You heard the young lady. Each civilian save will cause that unit to get a second action. How do you save the citizens? Just kill the two units that are standing near them? Also, let's take a look at our new army, I guess. So we've got the Badeau, which was the sword that Buddy used before. I should point out, this is not a custom weapon, though, so it does not self-repair. That said, wow. This is a lot better stats than I was expecting. I'm Rosetta, Lady of House Heron, that hopefully, and hopefully something more than that. A woman loyal to the rapier, though they cheat on it with other swords. Miracle and Charm, okay. Pretty solid stats. Then there's Heavy Bread, the newest retainer of House Heron, chosen by myself. Not easy to get along with, but has a good heart, I think. We've got the Rondell Dagger, which we are already familiar with. He has Acrobat, Pass, and Canto Plus. Weirdly enough, can't pick locks. There's Speedwell, the most experienced and respected retainer of House Heron. He's one of the few remaining knights in this age. He just has all 3 weapon types and Savior. And 30 speed, damn. There's the Curate. He's certainly one of our retainers. Not liked by anyone, but he does keep his job well enough for Father to keep him. He has Anti-Mage and Divine. And is that Bloodlust? Vantage Plus. User always attacks first, even if attacked, and negates crits. Frenzy. Adds damage taken to damage. Oh. Encroacher. An experienced forester and executioner in our employ. Focuses on getting her work done and cares little for much else. She's just an axe user, kind of like Foxberry. Killing Machine. Total crit rate is doubled and has 30 crit. Okay, well, this is going to be interesting. And there's Poindexter. He has Gambler's Folly, and I don't know why he has Reposition. I guess because he's smart. Alright, so I just have to talk to them, you said? I just want to make sure that I can do this. Yeah. A good save, good fellow. I'm as fast as I used to be. I sure hope this doesn't turn out like how Vision Quest did in Part 3, where they gave me a new army and then the whole thing got immediately fucked. I will not be happy if that becomes the case. Who are my res tanks? You and... is it just you? It is just you. Oh no, she's also got res. It's 18 res with Miracle, no less. But you would be taking 2 of those if that was the case. Is that worth it? Yeah! I know this won't kill, but it'll also prevent me from getting murdered by that 3% crit. Do I have to care about leveling these guys up, or is this like a one-off? It's a one-off, so don't even worry about trying to level them. Okay. Back if that was the case. So I only have one more move after that, so I'd end up moving back here, and then he can still reach me. Do the rogues do anything? Like, do they have any items on them? I am not used to seeing a Swordmaster get doubled by a character I just got. Bro is well named. Oh, they have fire emblems on them. All right, well, we should definitely try to make it up to those if we can. That's all axes. I really hate the hats on the tricksters. I also was never a big fan of red mages, and that's clearly what the design style was.
got 13 defense. And that guy only has increased might against stuff that's not actually up here. So there's that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch those, but I'd really like to if I could. You've got to be kidding me. He just 3% crit him. What the hell, man? Is he dead? Like, can the Dragoons reach him? If the Dragoons can reach him, he's fucking dead. And that was a 3% crit. Yeah, he's dead. Well, he's fucking dead. I hope I don't need him. Like, there's no way for me to prevent that. Fucker was even in the bushes. Well, I'm definitely not being able to catch those fucking rogues now. I don't have the manpower to do it. Really an unprecedented battle of the most incredible minds to be able to stop my unbreakable golden scarab formation. But I have one less stratagem to up my arsenal. Me! Oh no, he's promoting. That's not the right class. Oh no! Oh no! Well, you're terrifying. Like, as if shit wasn't bad enough. Oh my god, she's 1 damage off of being able to kill, like, any of these guys. What the hell? They're all exactly 1 point too high for her to kill. Fuck's sake, this is exactly what I was just saying. Like, I don't want this to turn into another one of those fucking Vision Quest maps where that exact problem starts up again. And if it does, I'm going to be pissed. No, it's fine. It's a 24% chance to hit. Of course it's gonna land. What exactly is the practical point of giving me a Jagan and then, like, fucking just letting them get killed by crits? I would love to know. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. This is already pissing me off. I'm so sick of games doing this. Yeah, they need to stop doing that shit and just let me fucking keep playing the game that I was playing this whole time, that I was enjoying the whole time. This crap drives me nuts. Oh, it's a 26! Does this keep happening? All right, I'm making a fucking rule here, and I don't care how petty it sounds. If your hack has one of these kinds of levels in it, where you just make me play as a different army for exactly one map and then never again, I'm not playing your hack. I do not give a shit how petty that sounds. I'm so sick of this crap. Fucking make it a cutscene, I don't care, but stop with this shit. So fucking sick of this crap. Every single time they do this, it's just some new bullshit. The chicken is still currently a chicken, yes. And provided this bullshit doesn't end with me getting a fucking game over, we'll get to see that. Bro, just make the fucking Swordmaster from before show up and give me a hand with this crap, because I'm fucking tilted. Fuck the Cerulean Crescent. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel right now. Like, low-key, that is kind of how I feel right this fucking second. Fuck Cerulean Crescent. Not to mention, like, just the fucking fact that none of this feels like it's going to be a tangible reward in any capacity. Just really, because, like, this isn't my army. So none of this feels like it's going to be worth it in the long run. Just really, really hurts the, like, any enthusiasm I have to do it. Like, I don't understand the mentality there of, like, let's just give you this new army to play around with for a chapter, but then, like, what's the point of leveling them or getting stuff? There's none. I'm assuming if I could catch up to those 3 rogues over there, that they would drop something that I could carry forward since they all have droppable equipment. But, like, I don't know. I have no earthly idea if that's even remotely the case. Wow, bro just fucking sprinted at me. My greatest maneuver spelled wrong. The Typhoon Charge. Also, Speedwell is 110% dead after this because that mage is going to kill him. Ow! I have to know. What was the hit rate? What? Oh, right. I can't because it's 2 range. Fuck! I couldn't actually see what the hit rate was on that. Now I'm really curious. No survivors. Oh, well, that was worth my time, I guess. Yeah, with Vision Quest, you're not wrong, and it's really sad that I'm being stuck in the not enviable position of having to talk good about Vision Quest of all things. But at least that one was a full army. So at least there was some reason to do it. Is there another ley line I can possibly get my hands on? Yes. Can I make it? Yes. Potato, you weren't here for it when it happened in Vision Quest, and it literally tanked the entire run. That's the difference. That's where the downside of it comes in. Items? No. You get hit by multiple 40s out of nowhere and die, and now you have linked new armies that were just like, how do you that's the thing, don't do it. That's the fix. Don't do it in the first place. Don't put that shit in your game. If there's not gonna be a reason for me to use this army past this point, don't fucking do it. I'm just running this asshole over now since I'm not catching them. Hey, Dick. Eat axe. Why didn't you die? Oh, he has Miracle, that's right. I would have done the battlefield. An end fitting of a legendary tactician such as myself. Uh-huh. You probably won't. You had to have been there, I guess. Fuck was that sound? Okay, well, one of these is getting away, so the question is, what's more worth it? I'm guessing the fire emblem, since it's the stat booster and it's not just money. There are ways to circumvent it from being a big problem, though, Xavier. Did you notice that the thing that got dumbass over there killed... Oh, I legitimately had them backwards. That got the idiot killed was 3% of his... was 3% crit chance. That was it. Give them enough luck to not let that happen, is how you solve that problem. What do you mean, no, it wasn't? It 100% was. He wouldn't have been at 8 health if that hadn't happened. Right, but if he hadn't gotten the 3% crit, he would have had more than enough HP to survive both those hits. You're letting the Fire Emblem get away? I don't want to, but I don't think I have a choice, because this idiot couldn't do 1 extra damage. I mean, unless it doesn't escape down these stairs, but I'm pretty fucking sure that's exactly what's about to happen. I was curious if she could promote it all, but I guess not. Yeah. It'll be good, but many died. Some because I had traveled here. Curse the coward king. Curse those gold-hungry adventurers. Oh, he's just stabbing the corpse, isn't he? How do you like that, masked freak? Stole in the palm of your hand? Ha! No need to desecrate his corpse any further. I thought of this village as nothing more than one of my hideouts, but now I realize how I've grown attached to it, to its people. I desperately wanted to blame you for bringing this calamity to them. I'd not blame you for that. It was a failure of my duty to the people. But at the end of the day, I brought you here. I'm not blaming myself. So I'll have to take out my anger on this pile of meat instead. Picking a fight with a corpse, the only enemy you can defeat. Can we just stab this angry prick?
You want a dagger between your eyes? I've been hunting criminals longer than you've been alive. Keep crying over the poor dead friend. That look suits you more. I'll kill you. Stop this at once. Hear it? Yes, young lady? I knew you were close with that man, but I cannot prove that you did not aid in his crimes. Don't make me look for more evidence. I understand this language. A threat. You keep someone like him around? It's not by choice. He's been one of my father's best men before I was even born. I hope you live up to the weight of your promises, lady. You not have found someone with better temperament, young lady? He does not even appreciate the fact that you just saved his life twice. He's not going through an easy time, Encroacher. He will mellow out. For my sake, I hope so. I'm the one who'll have to deal with him on a frequent basis. Well, it looks like you got it all done. Didn't need to wait for me or bring any of these knights at all. Instructor Charis, you understand how much danger you put the young lady in, abandoning her to chase after bandits? So Speedwell was my choice. She's my instructor, not my guardian. You should have taken better care of her student nonetheless. Sheltered flower does no good, my master always used to say. Lady Rosetta is made of sterner stuff than you think. I should know. I've taught her basically most of my tricks. Sir Speedwell, I'm a young girl no longer. I take responsibility for my own actions. Besides, you allowed me to go into battle, did you not? You knew I was capable. Under my supervision. Spymaster Avalon hears what we've let the young lady do. She'll have both her eyes young regardless. Please don't let her know. I do not need to get on that woman's bad side again. She will know eventually. Steel yourself, for you're about to see your pay vanish. Can we just, like, go back to the armies that I give a shit about, please? We've been summoned because the Lord Dagon? Really? We're going with that? Dagon? Alright. Dagon it is. Let's just fucking invoke the name of the old ones now. I can't wait to serve Lord Cthulhu, too. Is committed to a takeover of the Crescent. It's been some time since House Heron has given us real work. Beheading unarmed fools is only entertained for so long. The Crescent is no joke, Curate. The land itself desires blood, and its people know bloodshed very well. Getting fearful in your old age? We slew plenty of those so-called adventurers. They ain't that tough. Dagon and his wife, Knight here. That's also good. So we'll end up mattering, I can say that much. Oh, I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. And honestly, it's weird that... it's weird that I already kind of like Rosetta more than I like Ellery. Not like in terms of unit composition or anything like that. I think Ellery is very capable, and I like using her. But in terms of personality, really feels like Rosetta is like the good guy, and we're playing as the villain. And if that's what they're trying to set up, like, kudos. I'm fine with that. I'm cool with that. But there are better ways to do it than making me play an arbitrary chapter where nothing I do matters. Like, this dude fucking died and he's just here like nothing happened. It doesn't make any sense from a gameplay standpoint. But that aside, we're past it. I'm gonna let it go now. And I hope this potato-headed looking fuck dies soon because I don't like him. Young lady sword instructor is from the Crescent. How did that go for you? Silence, fake priest. She was a freak in nature. The Crescent has a lot of those. We mustn't treat this undertaking lightly, lest we be slain due to our arrogance. Green-haired chick's got a point. Too many people are thinking, oh, we're the nobles. We can't lose fights to the savages on the Crescent. And then, guess who's dead, motherfucker? All of you people who said that. So, at least she has a head on her shoulders that she's using. As expected, a land still suffering from the aftermaths of the divine wrath. Worry not, with my holy guidance, you shall have nothing to fear. Alright, I'm doing it. I'm getting the button.
You don't want to be like this. This is disgusting. This is awful in every way. If I could kill it, I would. But I legally can't. But I've considered it.
There we go. I'm gonna take that as a personal attack. Which part? Back to the old face would accept someone like you as proof that the Ellis did as good by banishing the gods. Plunging humanity into a new dark age, truly a deed so worthy of praise. Stop reacting to his the potato-headed thing. Oh! You know what? That's understandable. I apologize for my language. That's understandable, and it's because I used to call Trek a potato-headed looking fuck in FE6, and he's clearly using Trek's character model with different eyes, so it just kind of came out. But present company included, I should have chosen better words. So yes, under that, I apologize. That's completely understandable to be offended by that, given your status as the Potato Lord. I do not want to hear you prattle on about religious nonsense again. No, please continue. I'd really, really love to hear more about why we're doing this now. I'm leaving regardless of our liege's summons. what do you look like? What character do you look like? No need to escort me further. Remain here. As you wish, young lord. Our conquering young lord returns, and with his oath of an escort with him. Thank all that is good for this distraction. What did our little lord mess up this time, Yarding? I've got 2,000 gold on him getting eyes on some peasant girl again. A one-sided bet, I never agreed on it. Because you know you've lost. As a mere retainer, it is not my place to judge the private affairs of my superiors. Gods, you're such a bore. And one of the young lords seeks to outlets to vent his frustration. He has to keep looking at your face. If I had to wait on the young lord hand and foot as you do, I'd go insane. Truly a job fitting of a senior knight of your caliber, don't you agree? Alice knows why the young lady hasn't taken his position already. Yardy never falls for your bait, don't bother. Although I am mystified by Lord Dagon's actions in this matter. Surely he understands how he is stoking the young lord's hatred of his sister with these comparisons of belittlement. Perhaps he's overturning the traditions of limiting the line of succession to sons. Wouldn't that be open-minded of him, as opposed to his usual behavior? And that makes no sense for him to put so much effort into the young lord. Does he truly believe the siblings will cooperate peacefully once he's passed? He must be growing senile. Only one will survive succession, and that one will be the young lady. Yarding, stop being silent and weigh in. I follow whoever my lord commands that I should. You're a spineless simpleton, Yarding. I don't know what else you expected. Leave the poor man be. I like her. She's trying to keep the peace, and it's not working. Instructor, how rare to see you at such an occasion. I may have missed most of these meetings, but you know my personal investment in the Crescent. I'm well aware. You miss your homeland? Not remotely. It's a bloody, lawless, hopeless wasteland. I can count my blessings that I found an opportunity to leave. I thought you were more attached to it with how much you speak of your past. It shaped who I am, but I hold little love for the place. Let me ask you, what do you make of your father's ambitions? House Heron may dominate the northern coastline, but we've never placed our banners over foreign lands. It may benefit our house, but we have no true justification. That's what you're worried about, not the practicalities. The resources of our house are sufficient to bring a small territory under control, but that isn't the question here. Instructor, what do you wish to say on this matter? The Crescent's status quo is simply dire. The settlers are trapped in an endless cycle of temporary peace and bloodshed. Never will they unite to tame the land and improve the livelihoods of the people. A strong guiding hand is necessary to end this cycle and bring a semblance of order. You expect House Heron to be that hand? They'll hold no love for mainlanders. The Crescent respects strength above all. Crush the most outspoken with the stick and appease the rest with carrots. They will hate you for it, but in another 10, 20, perhaps even 50 years, once the Crescent stabilizes and the monsters have been rooted out, they'll be able to see the value of your rule and forget how it used to be.
I don't want to say he's right, but he's not wrong. Like, he's right. There are going to be a lot of people who are opposed to this new law and order that you're trying to bring here. But at the same time, as someone from the Crescent, he knows well that A, strength does usually rule over all. B, there are monsters and people are basically always at death's door living on the Crescent because of the Green Tide, as well as everything else that's going on. Ellery's not helping that situation one bit with her monster army delusions. C, the people there who are in charge, for the most part, don't really give a shit about the people they're ruling over. They just want to be in charge. So they're not really offering a lot in terms of security and safety. So, yeah, once you clear out the people who would fight back against you, and you actually do something good for the people who you would be ruling over, then I could definitely see them turning to your point of view. But it's just getting to that point is the scary part and the difficult part. That said, we have been told the mainland is very strong and has many good fighters and better equipment, so this could be a big war. Make it sound so easy, Instructor. I've made my quips, but I am able to see that you truly seek to better the lives of those who live under your banner. I hate to sound like one of those effusive common folk, but it truly is as rare as hen's teeth among blue bloods. House Heron's problems include minor banditry and assassins, aka the least problematic pieces on the Crescent. Exactly. What is effectively a big deal to these guys is small potatoes on the Crescent. So they would have more ability to rule and command it, rather than what's been going on in the Crescent, which is literally rampant murder and desecration and everything else. Oh, I see. You were making a point against what I was saying as opposed to siding with it. I see. I took what you said as, like, kind of backing up what I was saying, but not the exact opposite. So, okay, I get, you could be right on that one, too. You absolutely could be right that, like, maybe they will be overwhelmed and not able to deal with this. But I think that actually means that they've solved so many of their larger problems that they have a good chance of actually bringing a rule to it. But maybe that's because I actually look at Rosetta here and think she could probably do some good, whereas Ellery is still very self-serving. Hey, Kiara, how's it going? How's you and Lori? Those adventurers we fought those months ago, are they the usual kind? A dime a dozen. Let's see, that's who they must rely on to save the Crescent. Tragic state of affairs, ain't it? But I am merely a swordmaster. Don't take my word for it. Sounds like Lord Father and his council have yet to find agreement. It's time I step in. Are you going in, brother? Very well, I shall see you soon at dinner. Lord, again I beg you to reconsider. Sir Speedwell and I stand united in this regard. My mind is made up. This is an endeavor we must undertake to our dominance in the inevitable war. We need land and resources we cannot obtain, surrounded by coast and desert. My lord, it is easy to see what we could obtain, but not what we could sacrifice. We cannot trust the value of our so-called allies, upon which we place significant faith. What's more, we simply do not know enough about the situation on the Crescent. The Guild will not offer us reliable information, and our network there is non-existent. You know as well as I do that is a place that produces miracles and catastrophes. We know not of what tricks they have. This kind of reminds me of, what was the guy's name in Awakening? Who, like, right after you finished Gangrel off, you got invaded, basically. And it was like, was it Walhart? Was that his name? Where, like, he just kind of shows up and enters the story when you weren't really, like, super aware of him before. But then he presents, like, a really credible threat and, like, is much stronger and much harder to defeat than Gangrel and his fucking hordes were. This kind of reminds me a little bit of that, but we're seeing the build up to Walhart trying to conquer, like, Crom's kingdom and stuff. Like, this is the stand-in for Walhart in this case. And we're, sorry, I forgot I wasn't clicked on it. This is the stand-in for Walhart in this argument. And we're seeing everything building up to when he launches his attack against the coast where Crom's people are. So if that's what they're channeling, I think they're doing a good job, because that's where I'm drawing the similarities in the stories from. Except we're seeing a little bit more of a humane side to it, whereas I think Walhart just wanted to conquer. I can't actually remember if there was a justifiable reason for him doing it, because I haven't played Awakening in a hot minute. You both put far too much stock into their capabilities. They are common laborers, at best a half-decent mercenary. Sure. They are no match for what we have. Our balloons, golems, fortresses of death. Yeah, did you forget that we actually match most of what you're saying here in terms. Yeah, again, these guys are having Sacred Stone Syndrome, where it seems odd that the massive kingdoms are being picked apart. Then you remember that no one has ever dealt with monsters. They have zero experience fighting, and it's just full. Karina single-handedly can deal with half of this army. Karina, to be fair, my Karina's very strong, though. There is also the matter of Ellery, my lord. I did teach her for some time. I know well she can hide quite the venomous bite beneath that shell, and she holds resentment for your attitude towards her mother. She's but a mere bastard without her family's support, Speedwell. She will fold if she knows what's good for her. If she does not, I will not lose any sleep reuniting her with the disgrace to our house. I didn't know Anna showed up in New Mystery after character creation. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that either. But I also know, like, very little about New Mystery. I was, like, quizzing Artie on it the other day during his stream because I don't know anything about it. So I was asking him questions about, like, Mystery and New Mystery and stuff like that. Young lady. Oh, young lady, please put some sense into your father. Rosetta, I'm glad to see you've returned safely. You've come at a bothersome time. Father, if I may speak on the matter. Of course, go ahead. As we speak, the other great houses are embroiled in a bitter struggle, while the throne looks on helplessly. I do not deny what Sir Speedwell and Spymaster Avalon have said about risk, but there can be no better window for us to expand our power base. I've spoken with my sword instructor. You know she hails from the Crescent. She tells of a land so divided they do not even unite against possible annihilation. And matters of conquest aside, we can win them over with what our rule brings. Stability, protection, and benevolence. Do you see? My daughter understands the values of valor. I heard your objections, but I will not concede. You are dismissed. It is as you wish, my lord. Very well, I shall strive to accomplish this with the best of my ability. Hopefully they're not too mad at me. They will see the value of this expedition. Alright, I'm gonna stop there, because while I may have tempered my frustrations towards that last chapter, I did leave a sour taste in my mouth, so I want to approach this with a fresh mind tomorrow, and I think that will be the best way to do it. Besides, I'm getting really hungry, so maybe I'm just hangry. It's entirely possible. I'm gonna go have a burger and some chips, and I'll probably feel a lot better. Let me go see if anybody is around to raid, though, because I would love to pass this energy on. I really do like that too, Xavier. Rosetta and Ellery basically being polar opposites. I definitely like that. Okay, Sparky is doing some more Hollow Knight, so let's go raid him, and then I'm gonna go get some lunch. CTMF Sparky 13.
Perfect. Oh, Kaz, like I said before, if you're still feeling like kind of off and not really like wanting to be like around people, that's absolutely fine. Take all the time you need. But if you do want someone to talk to and you just want like a safe space to kind of vent for a little bit, hit me up on Discord, man. I'm always open to chatting, especially when it comes to matters like mental health and just feeling okay and stuff. No problem whatsoever. Like I said, I'm gonna get some food, it'll improve my mood, and then I'll be good. That wasn't meant to rhyme. I will be back later on tonight with another stream of some kind. I haven't decided what it's going to be yet. Maybe we'll do more Zelda. We are only 2 streams away from finishing off the game, I think. So for now, let's go raid Sparky, show him some love, and I will catch you guys next time. And until then, you may now switch off the stream safely.